Ah, god damn it, you fucking dickwad, you kill-stealing asshole.
Whoa.
Ah, god damn it, you fucking dickwad, you kill-stealing asshole.
AA.
Ah, god damn it, you fucking dickwad, you kill-stealing asshole.
Medusa pussy.
Discord was just trying to use the microphone that doesn't exist. That's just a bunch of numbers and does not, or not Discord, Streamlabs. It just wasn't connected to the mic. It's fine. Hi. I was wondering what Medusa had to do anything. What Medusa had to do with anything. You did get it, which I'm proud of you, I guess. Let me turn on my captioning. It's because you swore, Levi. Alter name from ramen? Yeah, no, I mean, sure. You can't, you're not allowed to do that. You can't bring off-stream bits to on-stream. It's just like, I don't consider snakes noodles. I know people call them danger noodles sometimes, but I don't like it. Because I like noodles and I like eating them. Including Liv, probably. Yeah. Men can't do anything these days, and that is a legal requirement. So you'd eat Medusa pussy. I wouldn't! Because that would be snakes. And I would turn to stone. So, I'm sure Medusa has a lovely pussy. But I would not eat it. Because I don't want to turn to stone. You don't gotta look at her to eat her out. So impersonal. You don't want to look up at your lover. We can't do that. I can't say that on stream. If Alex isn't giving eye contact, I don't want it. Blindfolds is a different situation. That's true. Blindfolds are hot. Welcome, friends. We're gonna be playing Ace Attorney and not playing any kind of game that involves Medusa. I could just have a whole stream where I just listen to Celeste music. I don't play Celeste. I just listen to it. I have been thinking recently, considering potentially revisiting Celeste at some point. Now that I have a better setup, I wouldn't be playing on my laptop with the shitty arrow keys. I'd probably play it on a controller. I might actually be able to play it without accessibility. We'll see. But I don't expect to be able to do much. Like, I don't know if I'll get very far. We'll see. This Sunday. Okay, there we go.
It's the
Hi, friends.
Celeste.
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 That was fucking horrible. I was trying to mute the stream and hearing that stuck so bad.
I was also experiencing the same thing, so I can concur.
Rowan was
It was
also
bad.
experiencing the sack.
Celeste.
There's a reason I almost never unmute stream before I'm about to
Yeah.
join it. I never want to know.
I don't want to double hear it.
Oh, I got new glasses, which I probably won't wear
Yeah.
during the stream because they look like sunglasses.
Mm.
They're not really transition. They don't really transition to anything. They kind of stay in one position, and it is
Persist.
sunglasses.
Mm.
But it's fine. I like them. They're cute. I also have some milk tea because
Nice.
Jelly.
it's too
No,
it's
tea.
too cold.
Jelly.
No, it's not.
It's jelly.
No.
Also starts fucking crying.
Cute.
Athena, tell me about your dead mom.
Oh yeah,
No.
hey, that's where we left off.
What kind of
Oh, wow.
research was Dr. Sykes, your mother, doing?
Dr. Sykes, your mother.
Dr. Sykes, your mom's dead.
Machines that could tell people's emotions by their tone of voice. And my special ability.
Yeah,
My bloodline limit.
you gotta love a scientist parent who makes their child their experiment.
Someday, when people travel to distant planets, their companions will be robots.
Not other people. Isn't that the plot of Wall-E?
So she said they had to be able to understand how their human companions felt.
I'm not gonna even try to pronounce that.
Genkai Genkai.
Wow.
I was making a Naruto reference for Shasta.
Robots that can understand people?
I did appreciate it, even if I couldn't remember how to pronounce it.
That's all good.
I was just a convenient subject for her research.
Yikes.
All she ever did was work. She never paid any attention to me.
Yikes.
Wizards continue to not be allowed things.
Sorry about that. Dredging up all that old stuff.
Wow. And she had a girlfriend who fucking hated me, and she was just like cool with that.
I'm sorry, I'm a psychologist. I'm supposed to ask other people their trauma, not give you mine.
No need to apologize. I guess her home life was complicated. Oh, by the way, Miss Wood said something about you always wearing headphones. God, it's so cute.
Double ears.
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones. She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
Are those the emotion readers? I had to wear them every time I went out.
Oh, I did actually think it was a way for you to not hear everyone's heartbeats all the time. But okay, ouch, that sucks.
Oh, I hated them so much. But she wouldn't listen.
What were they for?
Looking cute.
Oh, she gave me some kind of explanation. But I don't remember now. It was too difficult for a little kid to understand.
Okay, but let me say this one thing. I don't think your mother only thought of you on some handy thought of you as some handy subject for her research. I don't think that's true, Phoenix.
Phoenix, I don't think you get to decide that.
I don't think
based on not knowing her.
Yeah.
I want to believe that. But just about the only things my mother left me with were Widget. And this earring.
Oh, she tap it.
Oh, it's beautiful.
They fucking saw what happened with Apollo and was just like, oh, now a fashion statement needs to be an extremely important item from their past.
All fashion must be for moms.
All fashions must be mom fashion.
It's made of a piece of real moon rock she had for research.
I don't think you should have done that, maybe.
Maybe she did love me. In her own way.
I'm sure of it. I'm really sure she did. Because that's what I want to believe, too. Moon rock earring. Interesting. I'd better ask her a little more about my research. I should show her that paper I found in the robotics lab. Let me figure things out, game. Just
No.
I'm not allowed to figure things out on my own that I definitely remembered.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Ponko series. You must have gone to the robotics lab.
Yeah. You seem to really love Ponko and Klonko. I mean, I don't know why they're fucking punks.
Yeah, my mother made them when I grew up around them, you know?
Oh, there's one of those cute little robots in this photo, too.
See Ponko's bandages? I put those on her.
Aw.
Just wound them around and around. Pretty bad job, huh? But I really put my all into it. Hardly left the center in those days, so I didn't have any human friends besides Junie.
Okay, hold on. If Apollo and Clay were always at the Space Center, why did Apollo not know about Athena living there? Had they not met?
I think the timeline is a little... So it's like Athena was there until a certain age and left, and then Apollo showed up later.
But Clay's here.
Yeah.
Clay's here when her mom is still alive.
Well, Clay...
Because her mom definitely died while she was there, because she had trauma over it.
Yeah. And she was, and it seems like she was there when her mom died. We keep seeing those flashbacks and stuff. So Clay at least overlaps with Athena.
I don't have brain to reason it right now.
They're just like, oh yeah, there's that weird girl with the headphones that lives here. Anyway, it like don't register. Then again, it doesn't seem like Starbuck or Yuri recognize Athena, so it's just
Yeah.
It might have been.
and they
actually, now
lived
that I
with
think
her
about
apparently.
It might have been that Apollo and Clay knew each other before.
Yes.
No, yeah.
I mean,
no, it
they
doesn't make sense.
definitely know each other before, but
But
Yeah,
yeah,
they were
Apollo
basically-
definitely
Maybe it was
visited
that-
while Athena must have been around at some point, right?
yeah.
I mean, I think my thought was Apollo didn't actually go. Like, this is where Clay worked.
Clay
Right,
did not
like-
work here yet. They've explicitly said a few times that
Or like
this
Clay
is
was
an
like
incident.
around. Like this was something Clay did. Like, I'm assuming Apollo was off. Like, Apollo was doing lawyer stuff and Clay was doing astronaut stuff, and then they like went home and hung out. Right? Like,
Yeah.
it was sort of more the vibe that I
Mhm.
assumed.
And I would.
I can see that, yeah.
I think I also thought that I was thinking that like Athena probably didn't like get to just wander around the space center.
She
Right.
was
I'm not
walking
saying that they like ran into her by chance. Because Apollo did. I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the last case, Apollo mentioned having visited the Space Center several times during his like high school years with Clay. And he didn't spend as much time as Clay did, but he did
Yeah,
spend
they
time
said-
with Clay at the Space Center.
I remember they said they were both hanging around there all the time because you're like, who's letting you do that?
Yeah. So
Who's letting these children?
I mean, apparently this place is just cool with kids, so that kids can be anywhere.
They need them for the future of space.
Yeah.
I didn't really understand the difference between robots and people back then.
Oh.
Thought that if a robot broke, bandaging it would help it get better. What a weirdo I was.
Wait, how did Planko break? Looks like there's something
Planko.
written on. What did I say?
Blanco.
Ponko. What happened? Looks like there's something written on the bandages.
Yeah, I wrote stuff like, get well soon, Ponko.
Yeah, that's definitely what those random swipes are.
My handwriting was garbage. I was raised by scientists.
She wrote it in Japanese.
She was already.
I was
like,
bilingual from birth and just kept picking up
a
more.
polyglot from birth. Came out the pussy fucking speaking French.
But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash.
Oh, that must be the thing I made move in the robotics lab.
Weird, crazy. Maybe that's she was helping Ponko, and maybe she got stabbed a whole bunch.
Maybe Ponko pulled the lever and killed her.
Maybe Ponko is the murderer. Maybe Ponko's been the murderer this whole time.
Maybe Ponko really just hated that bitch. I was so impressed by what my mom did.
My ma'am.
Even asked if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt.
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh.
It looked just like magic to me, what she could do.
Little girl who grew up around robots. She seems to have some good memories of it. I don't expect Athena to know every single person that ever walked into the Space Center. It's just a very interesting coinky dink that Apollo doesn't have this weird stray memory of this kid that was
feels like they should have
always
had-
there.
They should have had deja vu, like, don't I know you?
Yeah.
You look so familiar.
On a different subject, did you hear about the person holding up the Space Center?
Yeah, a little. This person is even taking hostages?
Yeah. I guess I better spare the news about Trucy. Oh, yeah, it's just some random fucking people. We don't give a shit about them.
Just some weirdos.
Just some weirdos. We don't care for the public. Well, after some negotiating, we agreed to do a retrial of the case from 7 years ago.
What? You're kidding me. So that means Prosecutor Blackquill might...
Yep, I know he's innocent. I just have to prove it. So wait, did you know him back then?
Yeah. He used to come visit my mom a lot. He studied psychology under her and would sometimes ask for advice on his legal cases. And he was very kind and considerate. And straight as an arrow.
Why did we have to put that
Don't know
detail
about that
in?
one. Don't know about that one.
Athena,
I
how
don't
do
think
you?
that's right.
Hey, Athena,
What?
how do you know that? Straight as an arrow. Unlike now, where he's more twisted than a bag of snakes.
My dude got so
He
gay.
got so gay in prison.
That's why I took the witness stand during his trial 7 years ago.
You have been sentenced to gay.
Please, you have to listen to me.
Ah! Ah!
He didn't kill her. My heart is screaming that he didn't kill her.
His heart is screaming.
His heart.
His
All
heart
of
is
our
so loud.
hearts. I was a fool. How could anybody else know what I was talking about?
Oh, it was the earring was the necklace, and she turned it into an earring after her mom died. Because I think that's the same moon.
Looks like the same crescent.
Yeah. She heard the voice of his heart.
We're only 11 then, right? You were very brave just to give testimony.
Just now thinking, has Pearl ever actually been on the stand? I don't think so.
Huh. You might be right.
The only person she's ever channeled in the courtroom has been Mia. But that was right next to Phoenix. Like, they were standing next to each other. And whenever she does show up in the courtroom, she's like the assistant.
Yeah, in the fish case, she wasn't really on the stand. She was
That
sitting with
too.
Yorka occasionally.
Yeah. She was helping out with Orla. Pearls is right. You did the very best you could at the time.
But nothing I said did any good. I was shaking and a scared little girl, small and ineffectual. Even after I went to live with my relatives in Europe, I stayed closed up in my shell.
Oh, is that why Ginny didn't see you for years? She just didn't even know that you moved? That's sad.
But you're different now. You're always so bright and cheerful.
She just kept coming back to a place that you just straight up weren't at.
Thanks. That's because one day, I came to realize that I had to fight. Couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be. I wanted to save Simon, but I had no idea how. Then I met Mr. Wright, and thanks to him, I realized that if I became a lawyer, I could prove that Simon was innocent. I also realized that psychology could help me do this.
Psychology?
Psychology.
I mean, the psychology was my mother's specialty. When I studied it, I felt like she was there with me, supporting me.
Doesn't seem like Athena knows. The Professor Blackwell is due to be executed tomorrow. Prosecutor, fuck.
Lol.
Wanted to prove Simon's innocence personally. Wanted to do it so bad. Even now I want to fly out of here and go save him.
That is extremely, like, Phoenix code. That's, like, so hard. Like, Phoenix Athena trying to save a prosecutor friend. Becoming a lawyer to, like, emotionally save a lawyer friend or prosecutor friend. Come to think of it, she said something like that during the Themis Legal Academy trial. She mentioned there was somebody she wanted to save. She must have been talking about Prosecutor Blackwell. Yeah, I was there for that. I just didn't talk about it, me, Phoenix.
I heard some prison guards say that you had an interview with Simon.
Also, was he saying the person that you're trying to save, you don't want to let him down? He was referring to himself? You might not know that it is him that she's trying to save, I guess.
How was he? What did he say?
That he's gonna die. Yeah, nope, I can't tell her. How can I lie to Athena?
She's got such a high insight.
She's don't move!
Stop it! Stop moving!
Stop moving! He was doing well. He was happy about the possibility of being proven innocent.
He was? I wonder if he smiled, like he used to. Back then.
I'm sorry. I went from looking at the left screen to looking at my right screen where chat is, and as I was doing that, My brain registered the word smiled and saw smelled. I wonder if he smelled. Was he real stinky? I don't. If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me. I just have to free him. Failure is not an option here. Also, kind of a bummer that Athena has this goal and Phoenix is gonna be the person to do it. Oh, fuck.
Ah, I thought you might be here. Mr. Lawyer, we're in trouble.
Athena has to be the defense attorney right now. They are? What is it?
I couldn't find a single open courtroom. They're all in session.
There is one.
Is it at Chemistry Legal Academy?
No, I mean, I guess, but that's
The one that's exploded.
the one that's open air too.
It's open air, open ceiling, open concept.
Open concept courtroom.
I'm just imagining Phoenix standing behind the podium, and it has like a bunch of rubble behind it, so he's just standing there the same that he always does, but he's way taller. His animations don't reach. When they pull out, his head is cut off from the top.
Oh no, but this is an emergency.
Can't we stop one of those court cases? She's gonna execute people.
If arm is still there, it can even be open casket.
Jesus. It's very difficult to interrupt a trial once it's underway.
I think you just gotta put a bomb in it. And then
We've got a few of those.
Ma'am?
This
No,
is
what
fine.
you mamming it out. She's fine. She's doing what she's supposed to.
Yes! My phone! It's from Trucy! She can wait.
Ba-da-ba-da.
She's not in any immediate danger.
She ain't as important as the ringtone. Hey, Athena, have you heard my ringtone yet?
She knows this is gonna need at least 2 loops. I don't have my voicemail set up for just this purpose. I told you I'd give you 1 hour, I assume. I guess it's time to pick one of the hostages. No! Wait! We still have a little bit more time that I wish I hadn't wasted on the phone. Waiting for the phone. Besides, all of the courtrooms are being used right now. Make all the excuses you want. But you won't get any more time. Your daughter is first. The poor thing. She's a little too young to die, don't you think? No! Don't you dare hurt her! There has to be something I can do. Selena, read the room!
The cruelest injustice is about to befall us.
The hot lady's gonna kill my kid.
This can't be happening. Mystic Maya, help us.
She's like 2 hours away. No. Wait a minute, Maya? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I read somewhere that you were holding a trial in the middle of an exploding courtroom.
Yep, I sure am, Maya. Thank you.
It must have really been something, although weird is par for the course for you.
That's mostly your fault. Weird stuff. A courtroom blew up? That's it! There is a courtroom we can use after all! Yes. Okay, alright.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna check your bowl, and if there is any food in it, Oh, you're sprinting away. That usually means that there is, in fact, food in your bowl. No, he's not. You can stay.
The drama
She's
music
really hungry.
while Alex refills a cat bowl.
Alright. Bombs, courtrooms. Yep. Okay, time's up. Too bad. Any last words you'd like to say to her?
Hold it!
That's a weird one. Aura, please don't add the crimes you've already committed. Don't add to the crimes you've already committed. So you know who I am, do you?
Yeah, you're not a fucking moron. Aura, come on. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, hey, Aura, I don't think you thought this one through. It wasn't like I was trying to keep it a secret anyway. We're ready to start the trial. Yes. Yes. We can hold it in the ruins of courtroom number 4. The one blown up by the bomber. Yeah, there is just rubble fucking everywhere. It's gonna be so hard to walk around this. The witness stand is destroyed.
How fitting for the dark age of the law.
Oh, what a wonderful idea, Mr. Nick.
It's been what, 2 days? It's gotta whatever structural issues have gotta resolve themselves by now.
I never would have thought of that. An astonishing trial in an astonishing location. I guess it's only befitting. I'll go get the place ready right away.
Oh my god, he's so buff. He's gonna get rid of all that rubble. I didn't exactly pick the place for its astonishing factor. How about it? Are you ready to have your brother's innocence proven? My brother? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I forget to mention? It's not Simon you'll be defending. What? Not Prosecutor Blackwell? Is it her? Oh. I indict Athena Sykes on the charge of murdering her own mother. I thought I said that theory last time that Aura thought Athena did it.
She sure does.
You'll be defending the little princess there, the one behind the glass. I know where you are. I put a GPS in your arm. What? See, oh no, Klonka went with us. Never mind. See you in that mountain of rubble you've chosen for our courtroom, Mr. Wright. Wait, if Klonko's here, why does she need to call me from Trucy's phone?
She can't possess Glonko
Drama.
anymore.
He's out of range.
What is she talking about? Athena?
Of course. Why didn't it ever occur to me before? If Prosecutor Blackquill is innocent, somebody else had to have been the true culprit. Did I kill my own mother?
Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Somebody gave her despair disease.
No!
Oh boy. Oh boy. Eh! No way. It can't be true.
Mr. Nick, what's the matter?
I see 5 black psych locks. I've seen these kinds of locks before. Dark, black locks protecting a secret hidden deep inside a person's heart. And there's no way to remove them. Not in this game, right?
I've only seen him once before, and it was not in this game.
Was it technically Dahlia but Iris?
Nope.
Okay, now I'm just gonna be sitting
It
here
was-
thinking. Is it Godot?
It was in the. It was not in the original trilogy.
Okay. Oh, so it was in 4.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was Kristoff. We never got those locks off of Kristoff.
Mhm.
Yeah, we just drove him insane. and
Yeah.
ran him
Oh shit. I didn't think those were ever gonna come back. that was the game, the devs being like, hey, that thing in 4? What was that about?
That was cool.
Yeah, cool. I guess we can do it again. And we swear we didn't forget to do anything with those in the last game. Okay. Yep.
I did a little research. I looked into those special psych clocks you mentioned, Mr. Nick.
Did? That's great. I really appreciate it.
A red psych clock protects a secret a person is consciously trying to hide.
So if it's unconsciously, what was Kristoff unconsciously trying to hide? He knew he killed someone.
His sexuality.
How much he wanted to fuck Phoenix so bad.
If
He was
the
afraid of
person-
looking so stupid.
If the person folds under questioning, the lock breaks and the truth comes out.
Yeah,
Come out. Kristoff
that's-
Gaffin is gay.
That's exactly how I got the truth out of Detective Fulbright and Director Cosmos. But a black psych lock. Oh, that's bro. Still.
But a black psych lock protects a secret from the deepest place in a person's heart. A secret that that person isn't even consciously aware of.
I would love to hear their justification for what the fuck Kristoff was hiding.
This question haunts me, Alex. so truly. Like, it's like kind of clearly a like retcon of a description of what these are. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
This was almost certainly not what they had in mind, though there has been some comment by a dev, I think, that there was some description of there being like a more stuff happening with the Gavins that never never got anywhere. But like we have no idea. Like it's a fascinating piece of information to learn at this point, but that's all it really is.
His deep secret is that at some point, like 6 years ago, he switched places with with Clavier, and both of them had their memory wipes, and they don't even remember. So I don't even know.
I've seen it from everything from like he knew whatever he was doing was horrifically wrong and was like shoving it so far down he would never admit it to himself. Right? Like,
That feels like the
or,
easiest
like,
answer.
There's a couple different ways to on several levels between full joke, partial joke, interesting character through that's still a joke, right? Like there's a lot of like different ways to run it. There are some more serious ones, and that seems like the most like intuitive from what we know, or something along those lines. But it's hard to tell.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that like whatever thoughts were had about where Apollo would go didn't happen because Capcom wanted this series to go to a different direction.
And I can't complain. I love Athena.
I think I
But
would
I
have
also
really
think-
loved like one more game with just Apollo.
Yes.
Like I think Apollo needed room to breathe before we threw in someone else, because now it feels like this is the Athena game and Apollo is also here sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes. What 1,000 bajillion%.
We are all
Send
thinking
utmost
this.
love.
Athena isn't trying to keep anything from you on purpose.
It also like the demand that it has to be Phoenix in this last case is really hindering this case. Because Phoenix has no ties to it other than, like, Trucy's kidnapped right now, yes, but that was a contrived, forced way to have Phoenix have any kind of connection to this case. Both Apollo and Trucy have personal ties to this case, and Apollo's off doing his own fucking thing, and Athena's in jail. So it's they should be the defense attorneys here in this moment, not Phoenix and Pearl, apparently.
You never know.
For some reason, part of her heart and her memories are sealed off, even from herself.
Apollo killed his mom. Killed her mom. Okay, so all I have to do is break the Cyclops. Or Clay. We know Clay was around. Shit, that would be nuts. If high school aged Clay killed a woman and then worked at the place and then did the bomb threat. Was he like a lot more of an asshole than everyone thought? Because he absolutely could have done at least a good chunk of this up until obviously stabbing himself. Like, he could have called in the bomb threat to make himself look like a hero. So he could, like, have all the attention and shit. He's like a little bit of an ego guy. And then maybe Aura stabbed him? Anyway.
According to my research, the black cyclock is like a heavy chain wrapped directly around one's heart. If they are ripped off by force, it could cause permanent damage to a person's soul.
That's what it feels like when you have indigestion. In other words, if I'm not careful, I could traumatize Athena for good. Gulp.
Gulp.
You know how trauma just eventually goes away? On its own.
Like indigestion.
Like indigestion. Pearls, could you stay by Athena's side? Oh, then who's coming with me? She must be suffering under the weight of such a heavy burden. What weird girl do we have left? It's either Maya or it's Junie. Junie, it's your time to shine. Get up here.
Alright. But will you be alright by yourself, Mr. Nick?
No. I'm put up against Edgeworth. I have to be able to give this trial all my focus and strength.
And you can't do that if I'm there. I'll just hold you back.
Yeah, you know how the very common theme of the original trilogy is that every time Phoenix goes up against Edgeworth, he has to not have an assistant? The fuck? Nah, that's not it. I just meant to relax and concentrate if I knew you were with Athena. Okay, sure. You're the only one who can do it, Pearls.
Alright. I'll do it then. Good luck, Mr. Nick.
Good. Now that my mind is at ease, I'd better get ready. Fuck. Assistant Larry. Please, God. Please, God. There's only one thing I would ever want from you. Assistant Larry. If Assistant Larry will go to church, I'll just tidy up the evidence and take out what I don't need. It's time to end this nightmare that started 7 years ago. Okay, real quick, let's look at what we have already and let's see what they get rid of. There's the Space Center diagram, knife, pamphlet, Hope Castle. No, they haven't done it yet. How one exhibit, 7-year-old video, katana. I assume none of these are going. Photo of the crime, 7-year-old photos. Police's autopsy report, robots with a heart. We're not getting... Did we actually look at this? Time of death between 1 and 3 on October 7th. Cause of death, instant death due to stab wound to the heart. Stab wound to the fart. Oh, okay. They just didn't... Usually they do like a little... Maybe they did do it. Okay.
I think
yeah,
that
we
was
already
the time
did
to
the
clean up the
cleanup.
evidence.
Usually
Yeah,
they give... Usually they give me a little like... Diddle-oo, like all evidence gone. This is like the first time that they didn't do it.
Time.
Oh.
Yeah, he cleaned up his evidence like at the beginning of the investigation segment. Or like after Trucy got kidnapped, I think.
Okay, it's just weird for him to mention it again.
The dialogue line there, though, that was weird.
Defense, prosecution, and judge. There are even people in the gallery. The roof has been completely blown off and the walls have collapsed. Doesn't the judge have other things to do?
No.
This is his courtroom. If he can't, he's not with
Yeah,
all
sir.
cases may probably got postponed.
Though we did try the case in a different courtroom yesterday.
I mean, he needed to finish his case. I mean, that was his case.
But today, this ruin is my battleground. Klonko on the stand immediately.
On an
Or I
orange
guess it's
box.
Aura. Yeah, he's on a box.
All rise.
Oh my gosh, this is cool.
Is it still me?
Levi? Do you want to take Judge? Because Shasta's gonna be Athena. And I don't...
I don't know if we're getting actual Klonko.
Yeah.
We
I
might
don't
just
know
get
if we
Aura for a
actual
while.
Blanco.
Oh,
Levi, we can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wondered why everybody was talking over me. I turned on. I got a call. I turned on my mic for a second.
so your mic did do
yes.
the thing where it like lit up and I could hear you very far away.
Only you're able to do this, by the way. Nobody else can do that.
Oh, I
I'm
can hear you.
I'm a god.
Oh, you can? Okay. All right.
I
never mind.
couldn't.
Miles
Anyway.
and I have god ears.
I heard you I heard like the ghost of you. Like you were
Yeah.
so quiet. Like it was like you were talking to me like 2 rooms over. It was
yeah,
so-
it's the physical like button on my mouse and not like the Discord mute, which is why.
Mhm.
Anyway,
it's so weird that it doesn't
um,
totally mute your mic. It like
Right.
half mutes it.
Barely, yeah. Anyway, so I'm down. Especially like all the things. I was essentially just agreeing with the things you guys are saying. So. Okay. Is it facsimile or facsimile?
Facsimile.
Facsimile. That's why it's called a fax machine.
Oh.
Oh, facsimile it is. Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Court, or some facsimile thereof, is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes.
No. Actually, it's facsimile.
What?
It's not.
It's facsimile.
Maximilian.
Facsimile.
Facsimile.
No, Fascimile.
Fascamile. Not a
Yeah, you gotta switch to the C and the S to.
not a
Get that
facsimile, old man. This is a proper official trial. Take this more seriously, or you'll start tearing up you start hearing the bones of the hostages snap. Oh, fuck, Aura!
Aura's so aggressive, and I love her so much.
She
She's
is
just
the
like
most
fucking bitch,
violent.
And
She
I'm
is,
obsessed with her.
she is the most violent character in this franchise, and thus far we do not have proof that she killed someone. Please try not to upset Miss Blackwell. I'm begging you. If I hadn't already met Iris, I would think Aura is the one with that list of crimes for the wiki. Please try not to upset Miss Blackwell. I'm begging you.
You mean Dahlia?
Dahlia, what did I say? Iris? Iris
Iris.
has committed no crimes. She is perfect.
Iris did commit crimes. She did fully commit crimes.
I don't know what you're talking about,
she
but
was
you're wrong.
perfect. She never did anything wrong in her entire life.
All the
I know.
Iris.
She got a presidential pardon. She committed no crimes.
Barack
Different
Obama
Iris.
pardoned her.
Different Iris.
Oh right. My God.
Because there are 2 different characters named Ayame in Ace
Oh, yeah,
Attorney and
that's
in
true.
Japanese,
Yeah.
which is the word Iris in English, so they translated it the same way both times.
Yeah. No, I was actually thinking of this trilogy, Iris, and not my girl.
She must have said got pardoned by whoever.
I was joking of that.
I'm down just so.
I was saying that Iris Dahlia's sister Sister Iris got pardoned by Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Ah yes.
As she
Mhm.
deserves.
Or the the British one got a pardon by the American president.
Also, Barack Obama.
One of them is actually in the United States.
I know. I have heard about this child in Victorian era Britain who was just a spunky little kid. I pardoned her of all crimes.
Hey, Queen Victoria, I just want you to know you gotta let her go.
Barack Obama.
Long after she's dead, it's been like 100 years.
He heavily invests in time travel just so he can go pardon Iris.
Court is now in session for the very serious and very proper trial of Athena Sykes.
If you guys are done talking about Barack Obama.
He has no jurisdiction here.
This is no trial. It's nothing more than a ridiculous farce.
I do appreciate
Hey,
he's much better from the side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Edward, please stop trying to get Trucy's bones broken.
Please, yeah. Hey, that's my daughter. What did you say? Edgeworth! Did you not hear what I just said to his honor?
However, this ridiculous farce has a very important meaning for our legal system.
If I had a
You
nickel
could stop calling it that.
for every prosecutor voiced by Miles that and purposely antagonized Aura Blackwell, I would have 2 nickels.
So the minute that I saw that we were gonna be playing 5 eventually, I was like, oh geez, I wandered into something. Because I remembered that Edgy's a big part of this trial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Recall the case of the UR1 incident, in which a prosecutor was found guilty of murder.
Murder.
That case ushered in the odious dark age of the law.
I see what you're after. If we can find the real truth behind that case today.
Precisely. The darkness will be dispelled, and the glory shall be returned to the court system.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, you sound as if you know something of this truth.
I do indeed. A new suspect has emerged in the UR1 case.
You know, he actually looks like he's lost weight. Like, he doesn't look as muscly. And
Yeah, he
big.
doesn't look as beefy, and his he doesn't look as baby-faced anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely older.
The glasses help.
Mm-hmm.
For 7 years, Simon Blackwell has refused to speak in order to cover for someone else.
I would wear my normal glasses, which I do have, and I did get fixed. However, there is a massive scratch on the lens that had popped out, which I'm also now getting replaced, so they don't... It would just be obnoxious. Like, looking through this, so now I'm just like... Yay, Ezra's got glasses, and so do I, but mine are sunglasses.
I hate wearing my glasses and wearing my over-ear headphones at the same time, because they just, like, press my glasses into the side of my face. I don't know if everyone else has that problem, but
I usually don't, actually, surprisingly. I actually like wearing my glasses during stream.
I don't mind it. It's just that particular drives me crazy, and so I end up not wearing my glasses a lot when I just put I put the text really big on the monitor.
What's
So
weird?
I can go without it.
Something about my prescription, and I'm doing it because I'm nearsighted. It's like I can't see a lot of far away shit. However, things that are close, especially in like screens and stuff, have a really cool effect on them when I'm wearing my glasses, where they kind of look a little bit more 3D. And so I actually really prefer wearing my glasses on my computer because it looks cooler. Brace yourself, Phoenix. Here it comes.
I'm sorry, Wright. The situation is what it is, and I must do what I must.
By any means
Prosecution
necessary.
moves to indict Athena Sykes on the count of murder in the first degree.
We've got degrees here of murder? Since when?
I've been working on some very comprehensive legal reform, Phoenix. You should know.
I've been out of the game for 7 years. You should also know. 8 years.
Have your badge back. You took the bar again.
Yeah?
I talk about this all the time.
Yeah, but I didn't listen.
Oh, wait.
Circumstance, I intend to question the defendant with all I have.
This is
For
so
that
epic.
is a part of my creed.
Wow. They both lost weight.
Then you'd better bring it.
You're about to get
If the
fucked.
two of you are ready,
Oh, yeah.
court is now in session for the trial of Athena Sykes.
Your Honor, the defense was born ready.
Prosecution is also ready.
Yeah! Oh man, I really hoped the end of that would just be a piece of rubble falling and hitting Phoenix in the head, and Apollo and Athena have to take
Yeah, that
over.
would totally happen, yeah.
That would be the funniest shit ever! There's,
Very high.
there's immense tension between us. It's like we're picking up right where we left off.
They're straight, by the way.
Right where we left off this morning when he accused me of not running the
This
dishwasher.
morning.
Look, I know we have the magnet that says whether or not it's clean or dirty, but I never know if I'm supposed to flip it after or before.
It is my duty to clear I was a fucking professor again. Prosecutor Blackwell of
do
false
this.
accusations and end this insanity.
But I have no intention of losing Miss Sykes either. She's a very promising young lawyer. I know without a doubt that Athena is innocent. It's like a sad little cat. But I don't think Prosecutor Blackwell did it either. So, do you have any clue who was responsible for the sabotage? Levi.
At the very least, I know it wasn't Simon Blackwell. I don't know enough to identify the true culprit, but it's clear what that person is. To put it simply, a spy.
The true culprit is a spy. Could be Clay. Clay could have ingratiated himself into the organization to be a spy. It's going to be hard to convince anyone of that when I barely believe it myself. But I don't have a choice. If I want to save Athena and Blackwell, I have to expose the spy. I have to save them. I have to do it.
I don't. I can't. I mustn't.
But I have to.
No.
Now then, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
No need for the chief prosecutor bit, Your Honor.
I quit.
I am here as a simple prosecutor.
Oh, his glasses in his jacket pocket.
Oh, look so cute, I didn't even notice. He's got
Very well.
for old people reasons.
Yep.
Your opening statement, please, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Although I've been
Reading
known
glasses.
of late to give an impressive opening statement myself.
In all the trials I have ever seen, only the prosecution gives an opening statement.
Is he the one with the animation where he like has a piece of paper?
Yes.
Please, God, I want him to pull out his glasses just for that.
Of course, you're right. I was just joking. Just having a little fun.
Just joshing ya.
So he wasn't doing them out of fear. Interesting.
Let's start with a brief overview of the UR1 incident. If we
It
get to a
is
certain
all
point where
ready to go.
The judge
get to
was
a
trying.
we could talk about if I want to do all of this, but we will talk about it.
Yeah, Simon's gonna be on a stand. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought about that moment the minute we mentioned we were doing 5, and I'm like, oh fucking Christ. The incident occurred at the Cosmos Space Center 7 years ago on October 7th. The victim, psychologist Metis Sykes, was killed in the robotics lab on the 4th floor. Psychologist Metis Sykes is bad for my
Yeah.
ability to say S's.
Athena's mother.
Simon Blackquill, a young prosecutor at the time, was found guilty of the crime.
He's not young anymore. He's
He's
practically
now
got.
almost 30. He's ancient.
He's practically
He
got
got
one foot in the
old.
grave.
There were two deciding factors that led to his guilty verdict.
You know what I really want from the investigations games? I want in one for him to be like saying things about like how can you even go over how can you even see that over there? That's too far away. And then the second game a whole arc is that he has to admit that he needs glasses. Also, he didn't take out his fucking glasses for the thing. Missed opportunity.
Yes.
He's farsighted. He just doesn't want to see anyone in the court.
He doesn't want to look at Phoenix. He'll get too distracted.
If I make eye contact, I will cry. Blackquill was the only person in the corridor to the lab at the time of the murder. And two, this photo, which captured the moment of the crime.
Very incriminating evidence indeed.
Actually, I want to look at the court record because there's something that is being blocked by the text.
Hey, can we look at Clay Terran real quick?
In a second. Why is Conko bleeding? And I just noticed this.
That is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's paint.
Yeah. Sorry, you're looking at
Clay Terran.
23, which means he would
that-
have been like 16.
But that could be his hair from the back.
Oh! You would have to have it styled down a little bit, yeah, but he does have black hair. Interesting. He deliberately framed Simon.
Yeah.
The anti-Clay squad is here.
We hate Clay Terran.
We hate
Fuck
Clay
your friend.
Terran! Apollo, your
I'm
friend's a
not-
murderer! You
I'm
have
not a part of this squad.
you have terrible taste in friends! First Clay and then Kristoff!
His boss, not his friend, I'd say.
As mentor.
It would appear that the only conclusion is that Prosecutor Blackquill did indeed.
Who's holding it? Are you kidding me? I'm not accepting any conclusion of the kind. This opening statement is over! Now hurry up and call the witness.
Excuse me, Ms. Blackquill, but we must follow proper procedure for these things, you know.
Perhaps we should heed her wishes, Your Honor. She is the trial's sponsor, after all.
Yeah, it's always good to have a trial sponsor.
This trial sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Boeing versus all of their whistleblowers, sponsored by Boeing.
Besides, the courtroom is chilly, and sitting for too long can't be good for your back.
Oh yeah, it is like December.
Yeah, there's
We
no
are
sleeping.
in Japanifornia, so like it's whatever.
You are very kind to show such concern for the welfare of the elderly.
As skilled as ever at playing the court puppeteer, I see. But that's not psychology! It's not psychology.
It's just
It's charisma.
being an asshole.
It's just Riz.
It's just Riz.
Just straight Riz. Riz isn't
The
straight.
prosecution called its first witness. A witness who decided to bring forth new testimony after 7 long years.
Clay Terran. And then Pearl is sitting up there as a grown-ass man.
It's Apollo. Apollo's here to say, I saw her do it.
Oh, God. A new testimony? Just, who is this new witness anyway? This witness. I don't know if it's a new witness, but it's a witness. Oh, God damn it.
Bobby Fulbright's the name. In justice we trust.
Oh, I can't wait to hear the salary cutting noises. What are you doing here?
I'm just here to speak for the hostage taker, Ms. Aura Blackquill.
Stop calling me that.
She says she's too busy. What with confining and threatening the hostages and all.
We don't get to have an aura testimony? That doesn't seem to stop her from constantly chiming in through Clonko. I'm nothing more than an observer in this. Do your best, I'm watching you. Fucking bails! You're still here and you're still actively participating, but you're not going to testify.
Believing
No,
her
fuck
brother
you.
innocent, Miss Blackquill has been conducting her own investigation. And though her current actions are hardly lawful, I think we can at least hear her theory.
I have here Miss Blackwell's notes on the investigation she conducted. And I'll be giving testimony based on these notes. Here I go! Haha! Notes!
I do love him in that pose in the destroyed courtroom.
I did this.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. I did this.
Superman ass.
It's
This
my
was
turn to use the Xbox.
me! Haha! I said it's my turn on the Xbox. Simon isn't the murderer. He was trying to cover for someone.
Why is he talking like this?
Because he's trying to imitate Aura.
Oh my god.
Someone else was at the scene at the time they say Simon committed the murder.
Fulbright, you know that she's not actually a robot, right?
What? I mean, if he really was out to steal that moon rock, then why the rolling case? Because he was using it to hide someone inside. That's why. And the only person small enough to fit inside that case was Athena Sykes.
So her theory is that Simon didn't kill her, but he did deliberately wheel in her murderer.
He aided and abetted.
He's not a murderer. He's an abetting child murderer. Or, you know, you know what I mean.
A child abetting murderer.
Child.
And that's Miss Blackwell's theory. It totally goes in the face of the official ruling, huh? About the case she mentions, there were other rolling cases like that one in the lab. But they're not for traveling. They're apparently for moving parts and equipment.
I vaguely remember seeing 3 cases of all different sizes.
At the last trial, they thought that Prosecutor Blackwell used the case to steal the rock. And they had a perfectly good reason to think that, too. You see, there's a security camera in the corridor that leads to the robotics lab. And that camera captured footage of Blackwell leaving the scene with the case.
Again with the backside of Blackwell.
There are many jokes I can make, but I won't. I just want you to know I'm thinking about them.
That ass!
Look at that ass that may be Clay's. Very tall. Yeah, I mean,
Tall ass.
teenager. I love how it's like, well, it's not the 7-year-old. It's clearly the teenager. I can see why that footage helped bring this trial to a quick end. It's very convincing. He's very convincing, that's for sure.
That case, by the way, was later discovered outside on the Space Center grounds.
Speaking of after the incident, where was the defendant Athena Sykes found?
She was found on the 5th floor of the Space Center, in the Sykes family residence. Prosecutor Blackwell most likely brought her there after the incident.
Oh, you know what we don't have? We don't have the pictures anymore of Launchpad 1. I just remembered Clay is holding the rocks in that picture where he's leaving Launchpad 2, I guess technically. He's leaving the museum. And we were like, why were they bringing it back up to space potentially if it was full of moon rocks that they wanted to research? I think it kind of was half a joke previously, but I think maybe Clay is actually the spy. I think that makes the most sense. I don't know who fucking killed him, but I think he's the spy. Fuck, maybe it was.
For a second, Levi, you sounded exactly like when you go to a restaurant and you get one of those buzzer things that that buzz when you get
What?
Yeah, that.
Really?
Yeah, that was exactly what you sounded like.
Huh.
They recruited that teen, and he's fine.
It's very funny.
His mom died, and he decided to swear loyalty to another country.
In addition, it's unknown where Miss Sykes was at the estimated time of death.
Miss Sykes was too confused by the shock of her mother's death to give proper testimony.
Maybe Starbuck did kill him, and he just fucking doesn't remember.
And there was no witness or evidence to tell us where she might have been.
So what you're saying is Miss Sykes didn't have an alibi?
No!
That is what the evidence is saying, yes.
I understand the reasoning behind the theory, but I'm far from convinced.
Apollo's in that case.
It's just that little.
he was certainly that little when he was a teenager, because he's still that little.
Just small.
Such
Just a little guy.
The victim is the accused mother. Are you actually claiming an 11-year-old girl?
Of course, the girl had a very strong motive.
Her mom was a bitch.
Dr. Sykes was a psychologist who wrote many papers about speech and emotions. You're aware of Athena Sykes' special ability, aren't you, Your Honor?
Are you referring to that therapy thing? Yes, she's done it quite a few times in court.
I thought she was just autistic. It's like, well, yeah, but this is a different thing.
The ability to read emotions from speech and the subject of her mother's research.
Well, as long as it benefits society, I don't see any particular problem researching it.
I don't like where this is heading. Not one bit.
Dr. Sykes was so intent on her research, she forced her daughter to undergo experiments.
Yeah.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, are you seriously suggesting?
Yeah.
I've done my best to be delicate, but even you can't deny it to be true, Mr. Wright.
I thought it was frowned upon to call autism special powers.
No longer able to withstand the anguish of the experiments, Miss Sykes felt her only choice was to kill her own mother.
Yeah!
Order! Order in the court! What a tragic story. I hardly want to believe it myself. But we must proceed. Mr. Wright, if you could. Detective Fulbright, please refer to the notes.
I think that was Simon. Or some kind of mail. Okay. Wish I could just present Clonko. I'm not gonna present anything, I'm just gonna look. There is one missing.
What's missing?
One of
one of the cases.
cases.
Why did they take off her shirt to kill her?
Her jacket? Yeah, I don't know. Did we get the picture of all the little bombs? No. The little bomb bits that definitely has the moon rock in it.
No. Not important yet.
Okay, well, let's just press. Be really funny pressing someone else's testimony through.
Hold it!
Through this fucker.
Yeah. So Prosecutor Blackwell willingly accepted a death sentence to protect someone else.
Yes, that is precisely what Ms. Blackwell appears to believe.
Oopsie.
And that is what I believe as well. Prosecutor Blackwell is no murderer, Mr. Wright.
But Athena Sykes certainly didn't kill anyone either, Mr. Edgeworth.
So it appears neither of us can afford to go easy on the other. Fine, I expected no less.
Ooh, I remember this tense atmosphere. It's so invigorating.
Judge likes to watch.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Are you guys like this in bed? Yes.
I'm only reading notes here, but yes, I feel extra invigorated too. So let's keep going.
But that's just speculation!
No, Miss Blackwell has proper grounds for her claims.
Objection!
Then why did you just say so? Why didn't you just say so in the first place?
Objection!
You're the one who screamed, "Hold it!" and cut me off.
Fine. So maybe I jumped the gun by a teeny weeny little bit. Happens to everyone.
Now I know what they mean when they say close enough to argue. Moving on.
Jesus Christ.
But they're straight.
They're so straight.
We're all straight in this room.
Everyone here is straight.
Someone in the court.
Hold it!
I'm someone in the gallery is like, I'm not. What are you guys talking about?
My middle name, Bobby.
I'm here
Straight
with my
Albright.
wife.
Everyone here is straight.
This rolling case, I suppose you mean the one that existed in the photo with Prosecutor Blackwell in it. Okay, so all three were there when the murder was happening, and then one vanished when they were taking evidence. Was absent when the crime scene photos were taken. Which is exactly what
Yes.
Phoenix was saying.
That's the one, and Miss Blackwell has drawn a conclusion from these two photos.
She has. And what is that conclusion?
You're the one with her notes.
Oh, right. Of course. Reading them now. So why the rolling case?
Hold it!
And how do you propose to get a person inside one of those cases?
Have you forgotten that we just saw such a thing only the other day? As your own daughter's magic show, she fit a grown person into a small box.
Oh yeah! I never ruin a memory of a good day.
I thought he was referring to Arm in the box.
So was I.
Oh, yeah, but also wait, is that implication that Edgeworth has been coming to Trucy's magic shows?
It
Yeah.
sure is.
But they're straight.
They're so straight. They're definitely not co-parenting.
A magic show? I wish you could have thought to invite me.
Actually, I would have liked to go too.
My apologies. I'll invite you both next time, I
That's so
promise.
funny.
using our own daughter's magic show against me. So, wait a minute. What were we talking about?
Prosecutor Blackwell was using the case to hide someone.
But that's nothing more than conjecture, and it's hardly the only possibility.
In that case, what do you think Prosecutor Blackwell had in that case?
Chips.
Oh, that was the line, huh?
I think it was the moon rock. What, Levi, what? Well?
What?
What were
What?
you reacting to?
It was just like it was the in that case.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, wow, he really did just say it like that.
There were 3 cases at the scene, but Professor. God, I keep calling him Professor. There was some. Who was Professor?
Why is this the only game that we've run into this problem consistently?
Is there a professor in fucking? There's a professor in
There's a professor
Grey's
in
Attorney, isn't
fucking?
there?
Yes.
Hairbrain.
Hairbrain.
Well, no,
Yeah.
also the professor. You know the whole.
Right,
Yeah,
so, like-
yeah.
I wonder if we got used to that.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe
did
in Ace
before.
Attorney. There is
were
also a
everything
professor
was
in Tyrion Cuthbert.
case- Also, case 3 of this game was a lot
Yeah.
of professor. So
Mm.
a lot
Also,
of saying
there-
professor.
This is here. Was it the smallest one missing?
Yes.
Or am I crazy?
Wait.
Okay.
No. And then I don't like that these are separate things. It's the largest one.
Okay,
Yeah.
they weren't arranged the way I thought.
Yeah.
The moon rock was egg. I think you missed a line there. There were 3. Yeah, you started one. Sorry. Yes, the moon rock was egg-shaped and only about 8 inches in diameter. It wouldn't have made sense to use the largest case just to move that rock.
Objection!
Be that as it may, it doesn't prove Miss Sykes was inside. We found something written in crayon. It says Athena was here.
Then let me ask you this: Can you come up with a better theory of what was in that case?
You motherfucker! Don't do this again. Fish said.
Well, Mr.
"Prove
Wright,
it."
can you?
Fucking did the kid country prove it defense. Yikes. Give a guy some time to think. Let's see. Should I try to bluff my way through what could have been the case? Yeah, that's fucking lie. That's fine. Bluffing, lying. I know exactly what Prosecutor Blackwell carried from the scene. I just have to find something else that was missing, right? No sweat. The katana? No, because the katana was still near her.
It's on the floor near her corpse.
Yeah.
I'd be very interested in hearing your theory, if it's true, that is.
Because the moon rock is gone. That's true. That's legit, but we're saying that it's not the moon rock and it's not Athena. It's the probe. Is it Clonko? Is it Clonko's arm? Yeah, it's Clonko's arm.
What?
Clonko's arm is missing. Why? There's a crime scene photo taken after the prosecutor Blackwell left, correct? All we have to do is compare it with this photo of Prosecutor Blackwell to see what's missing. Yeah, Clonko's arm. Holy shit. If he took something with him, then it should be in one of these photos. Lady Luck, don't fail me now.
Oh, I guess if Clay is the spy, then they were taking back some tech to study it, maybe?
Potentially.
All right then, Mr. Wright. Let us hear your theory. What did Prosecutor Blackwell take from the scene of the murder?
I love how this arrow is pointing to the katana. I know it's just like on the window. It's coincidentally.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Take that!
Please notice that there is a robot part on the cart in this photo. However, this photo taken after the crime, the robot part is gone. In other words, this part is something that was taken from the scene of the crime.
You do appear to be right. I don't see it in the second picture.
But it's a piece of junk. How important could it be?
Is it really just an insignificant robot part? Speaking of which, what are you looking at? I'm gonna start charging for each glance per eyeball. Stingy, stingy. What happened to the age of free previews? What are you talking? This is a weird joke. Ahem. Your Honor, about this robot part. Doesn't it look like it could be an arm from that robot there?
Well, now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it? But the case is still too big to be practical for just the moon rock and a robot arm.
But was it really just the one arm that was in there? And if it wasn't Athena in the case, then maybe. I believe there was another robot at the scene that looks just like the one here. Your Honor, this defense's assertion that it was this other robot that was in the case.
What?
Ponko did a murder.
Objection!
She's a murderer.
We can't be certain that part belonged to a robot. Yes, it looks like the arm of the one before us, but it could be something else entirely. Besides, it's wrapped entirely in bandaging, making it very difficult to verify what it is.
I know for a fact that this is a robot arm. I can even tell which robot it belonged to just by looking at it. With this information, we can investigate whether it was in there at the time or not.
Mr. Wright, I thought you were more of the technologically illiterate type.
Eat my ass.
When did you become such an expert? I feel somehow abandoned.
Not to worry, Your Honor. I still know next to nothing about machines. I'm still an idiot. But I know this piece of evidence proves which robot the arm belonged to.
Take that!
The robot in this picture is named Ponko. Take a look at Ponko's arm. It was Miss Sykes who bandaged it up like that.
She must have thought that machines heal in the same way that people do. What an adorable, naive mistake. It reminds me of my own grandchild.
Anyway, the robot arm at the crime scene had the same bandaging wrapped around it. In other words, this robot arm could belong to none other than Ponko.
Order in the court! Order, I say! Prosecutor Edgeworth, what do you have to say to this?
I can see that the robot is about the same size as a child, but it cannot grab its knees and curl itself into a ball. Even if it was the largest of the cases, the robot couldn't have possibly fit in there.
The case does come up to about mid-thigh on Prosecutor Blackquill. I see your point. The robot is much taller than that.
They've got me there. So then did Prosecutor Blackwell make Ponko fit in the case by dismantling her? Of course Ponko would fit. All Prosecutor Blackwell had to do was dismantle her. Once taken apart, the robot could have easily fit inside the rolling case.
It appears to be a robot assembly device.
Disassemble anything in a flash. Push the dismantle button. That sounds pretty neat. Can I push it, Mr. Nick?
It sounds rather violent, but Mr. Wright does have a point there.
Objection!
Except there is a body on the table where robots are dismantled and assembled. There would have been no room to take the robot apart.
Objection!
But what if it wasn't done on the table? What if the katana were used instead? That's why the arm was bleeding. Because the katana that was still bloody.
You mean the sword?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Blackwell, I'd like your opinion as a woman of science. Miss Blackwell, I'd like your opinion as a woman of science. I thought my brain was like, we're getting Simon's opinion on swords.
Fair.
Isn't it true that the katana could have been used to take the robot apart? I suppose so. Their joints aren't made of very tough material. A blade could slice through them. Oh, I'm
Ponko
Phoenix.
is very upset about that.
Thank you for your expert opinion, Miss Blackwell. Thanks to you, we know that the existence of the severed arm in this photo proves that Ponko was taken apart. In addition, since the rest of Ponko was not found at the scene, we can conclude that the true meaning of this photo is very different from the original interpretation.
You can't mean...
That's exactly what I mean. This photo does not capture the moment of the murder. Instead, this is instead a picture of the moment after the robot was sliced apart. The blood you see where the arm was cut off was transferred there by the bloody katana. Most likely, the rest of Ponko is scattered around Prosecutor Blackwell's feet. Not hearing this. Therefore, what was transported inside that case was not the defendant, but a robot. Miss Sykes never was at the scene at the time of the murder. Ah! My head! My head! My body! Where am I? Ah! Hey, are we sure she isn't a robot?
Unclear.
Order! Order in the court!
It's true that Ponko was found in pieces after the murder. And I'll admit I repaired her myself afterwards. Yes, I'm finally making some progress. Hopefully I've gotten one last step closer. At least what? Wow. To proving both Athena and Prosecutor Blackwell. What you got for me, bitch?
Well played, Mr. Wright. You've made your point abundantly clear. I concede that it wasn't the defendant inside the rolling case, but the robot.
Alright. What's going on here? It's never good when he plays things this straight.
Moving on. We can all think it. Does the prosecution withdraw its claim that the defendant was carried from the scene?
No, Your Honor. My claim hasn't changed.
Objection!
But Ponko and Miss Sykes couldn't have both been inside that case.
The notion that the case was used to carry Miss Sykes was Miss Blackwill's theory. I have been of a different opinion from the outset. Now I finally have the opportunity to voice my theory.
A game theory.
Thanks to the defense.
Edgeworth. He's been one step ahead of me this whole time, he always is.
In that case, how do you propose the defendant left the crime scene?
Simple. The footage only shows Prosecutor Blackwill from behind.
So there is a little
Pausing
bit
for
more.
effect.
What's more, my brain just like was like, oh yeah, that's it. And I just stared at it.
That's it. We're done.
He's always one step ahead of me. Just like how he knew that I should probably just do it once I turn the dishwasher on, then I flip it to clean, because if I come back after the dishwasher has been done, I won't remember that I did the dishwasher.
He's holding his arm in front of his
Yeah.
body, as if he was holding something or someone.
Is he saying that she's a little scooped up?
Whatever Alex just said.
It's hardly evidence. It's a callback to the previous joke I made. You know, there's little
I
magnets.
don't remember the previous joke
The
you made.
argument they had about Phoenix not turning the dishwasher on.
Oh.
They have a little magnet that like one side says clean and the other one says dirty, and you're supposed to like
Right.
so other people know what's what.
Yeah.
And Phoenix is really bad about figuring out when he's supposed to flip it.
Flip the magnet. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm here.
it's
I've
hardly.
caught up.
I have proof. The surcoat Prosecutor Blackwell was wearing.
Yeah, you know how she was covered in blood.
The victim's blood was found on the front of it, and the stain had a highly distinctive shape.
The shape of a child.
Jesus.
Bloodstain with a distinctive shape. Please continue. Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Child-shaped.
There's only one thing worse than a blood stain. A child.
7
A
years
child.
ago, the defendant was known to constantly wear a certain item, of which there is only one in the world, a special pair of headphones made just for her.
Oh
Which she
no!
She hated them so much.
She always wore these big, heavy-looking headphones.
But they're so cute. It's so sad that she's so fucking adorable in them, but they were weapons of torment.
She said her mother made them for her as part of her research.
Analysis showed the bloodstain to be in the exact same shape as these headphones.
I don't believe that. Just like looking at it, I don't think that's true, but okay, sure.
In other words, this was no mere blood splatter. The blood went from the victim's body to the headphones and then was imprinted onto Prosecutor Blackwell's coat like a stamp.
Damn, that's crazy.
Crazy. A most gruesome stamp indeed.
Blackwell carried Miss Sykes, who had been hit by splatter, away from the crime scene. This proves that Athena Sykes was, without question, present at the crime scene. And that concludes the prosecution's argument.
Alright, the prosecution's a bitch.
Fine.
Order! If the defendant was indeed at the scene, it deepens the suspicion against her.
If he was deepened.
Objection!
But
And deepened.
deepened. But we've also shown that the robot was there at the scene as well.
Objection!
I hope
Ponko
you're
did
not
it.
making the ridiculous claim that a simple robot was the real murderer.
It's not
Yes!
simple.
She's not shrimple. She's complicated and has emotions. That's the whole point. You give a robot emotions, they're capable of murder. I don't really think that, no, but you can't
Why
say
we give them emotions.
you can't say the possibility isn't there. Detective Fulbright, was the robot questioned at the time?
No, I don't see any record of it. I believe it was considered unrelated to the case.
But as it turned out, the robot was actually integrally related. Your Honor, the defense would like to call Ponko to the stand. So the cool thing about me mispronouncing everything on purpose is that when I do it by accident, no one notices.
No, we noticed.
There's like, it's I get to hide my shame. Your Honor.
A robot witness.
As if we haven't had a parrot witness and an orca witness
An orca witness.
like 2 months ago.
Order! Order in the court! Prosecutor Edgeworth, what do you think about this?
Mr. Wright has called all manner of witnesses to the stand over the years.
I once
so
got a
right,
radio.
Bestie.
Called a radio to the stand.
We did call a radio to the stand. There was a man speaking through the radio.
Mm-hmm. No, the radio
So-
was on trial.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Shelly D. Killer was the radio, actually.
You know,
Oh,
it
fuck.
was the radio on trial because, you know, radio killed the videos. That's backwards,
No,
but
that's
I
the
messed it
wrong
up.
way.
Oh!
You
Radio
fucked it
was
up.
falsely accused of murdering the telegraph. Telegram.
Video.
No,
killed
but
the
video-
radio.
Video Star does make sense because it was a TV actor who was killed.
That is true. Radio did kill the TV star.
That's true. It got its revenge.
Podcasting killed the TV star.
So why not a robot? Nothing surprises me anymore.
Sorry.
Very well. I will allow the witness. Bailiff, please summon the robot named Ponko.
Aw, you're playing blackjack back here.
What do we pay them for?
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is not Witness. My name is Ponko.
Yes, I realize that. But when you are at the witness stand, you are the witness.
Oh shit, the
No,
puzzle game?
I'm not. I'm Ponko. Say it with me. Ponko.
Your Honor, you really think she's not capable of murder?
Yeah, Rowan was the right person to play this character.
I house a murderous rage within my soul.
Within
like
within
Ponko.
a cute
Exoskeleton.
smaller-
Exo vivid skeleton.
Exo-vivid
Oh my
skeleton! Holy, shit!
We
got
can back it up. That's it.
Nailed
We've
it.
done it. Yeah.
You
I had
okay?
to redeem
No,
myself earlier.
you need a skeleton emote. Exo-vivi skeleton.
Oh my
Exo-vivi
god.
skeleton.
Yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Utterly inflexible little robot.
You're the last person who should be calling anyone inflex. Whoa! I didn't need to know that.
Whoa.
Damn.
Phoenix says Edward needs to stretch. You're not doing the yoga like we talked about.
He is always throwing his back out while giving me back shots.
Okay, listen, if anyone is Phoenix.
Throwing his
Yeah,
back out?
Phoenix is back.
That's fair. He didn't fall into a ravine and then get hit by a car
On the same day.
on the same day, yeah.
At
kill
the
us.
same time, he fell into the ravine and got hit by a car in the ravine.
Yeah. Isn't that what happened to Dave Matthews Band?
No, not even a little bit. They dumped shit all over everybody. They walked away fine.
I know. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
they were fine.
I don't know why.
So sorry, Levi.
It was the tour bus. It was the tour bus.
I
People
know.
driving the tour bus. They
The
didn't see
general
it.
concept of
They're
something
innocent.
falling
It's so
from a
funny.
bridge
They're
and
innocent.
getting hit by something in the
Also,
water is
They make decent wine.
yeah.
Matthews Band?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Dave-
was at the
Dave
grocery
Matthews-
store and I
Dave Matthews specifically, yeah. He made.
yeah I was
his
at the
winery.
grocery store and I was looking for wine to make spaghetti sauce with,
He's
and I found Dave Matthews Band wine, and I'm like,
He's used.
I have to try
Crush.
this.
Was
What?
it Crush? Is it his
don't
red
remember.
mixed? Oh, okay.
It was,
Anyway,
no, it was red wine. Yeah.
that was the
He-
one that I've had, and I like
Isn't
it.
he also from my area where I grew up a little bit?
He lives in Seattle.
Oh, lives in Seattle.
Yeah,
Did
he was.
I feel like
he
you
was.
also said he's from Virginia, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
He lives in Seattle currently, and he spent several
Oh,
decades
shit,
in
Alex,
Virginia.
are you-
Hey,
yeah.
you want
Are
to
you
know?
serious?
Alex, are you actually Dave Matthews?
Hey, you want to know who else did that? Dave Grohl.
Oh my God.
Dave
Damn,
Dave Grohl is from
Alex, are
Northern
you sure your name
Virginia.
is Dave?
Are you sure you're not
Are
Dave?
you the Dave who's been wreaking havoc?
Yeah, I had a bastard baby out of wedlock.
What we were
also
talking
named
about.
Dave.
We're talking about the
God.
thing Nat posted in the memes
Oh,
channel
Yes,
earlier.
yes.
Dave
Yes.
that revealed. Yeah,
The windmill.
yeah,
The
windmill. Windmill Dave.
Windmill Dave.
Right. I don't have permissions to change your nickname. That sucks. Anyway.
You specifically don't.
Yeah, it's me specifically.
No, I think none
It's
of
because
us
it's
do.
because I'm the owner of the server. What?
However, we do have many servers.
Yeah.
we can change your nickname somewhere else.
Anyway.
In a server no one's checked in many years, and you'll never know.
So true.
It's-
Yeah.
I can't change mine either because I have streamer mode on.
Nah, fuck.
Haha.
Never mind.
It's weird to have him do that. You remind me of my grandchild who just learned his own name. How precious.
His own name, Dave.
Yep.
Dave.
All right,
Dave Payne.
Ponko. I'm going to ask you some questions.
I'm also just realizing now in the call we have both Dave and Schrodinger's Dave, and neither of those bits are related to each other.
Oh, I was gonna change it to I Kyled Dave.
Oh, no, that's
I would
better.
have changed it to Windmill Dave.
That's pretty good.
At this point, I've been 5 Bidoof Piranha for, like, at this point,
For
years.
like
Love
over
it.
a year, yeah.
Oh,
I've
at least a
been
year.
I've been Tyler for over a year. Yeah.
I mean, you
Yeah.
you had that like when we first made Bidoof, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which was a
And then
long
I added
time
Piranha
ago.
because we had this nickname's evolved. Once I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to go back through Twitch clips and track it, but there's like a big gap where I wasn't on anything, and it's
Ah,
something in
uh-huh.
there.
That's very
I'm
good.
going to ask you some questions.
I'm clicked out of the game. Oh Lord, what is happening? Huh? Ah. What did I just do? There's
Oh,
two.
no.
There's two screens. There's two
Uh-oh.
things in
Oh.
Streamlabs.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. I guess I can. That's a thing I can do. How do I put it back? How do what? Huh? There. Okay, so I turned on a thing where I can preview transitions to different scenes before they happen, and then tell it to go. And I don't know what caused that. I don't know what I pressed to cause that. And I don't know how to put it back. Because I would like to see the full screen, please. Is there like an edit view? Huh? What did I do? What did I do? And I can't change anything on the live. I can only change things on the transition screen now. Huh? Cannot dual talk. Okay, I don't care about that. I genuinely don't know how I did this, and I don't know how to fix it.
Uh-oh.
Stream Labs transition preview. I don't want to do. I don't. Everything that I'm seeing is people being like, how to set up transitions, which I already know. I know how to set up a transition. I have that. I don't know what I clicked on. I was literally just trying to click back into the game, and I clicked something on the side, and it fucking made this happen now that I can't get rid of, and now the stream preview is smaller for me forever, I guess. And I have to click 2 buttons in order to do transitions. Fucking shit ass, I guess. Yep.
Can you just make it go?
No, I mean it can still work. Like it works just fine. There, I'll screenshot what I'm seeing on Streamlabs. And the screen on the left, if I want to change anything about the stream, I have to first change it on the left, and that includes scenes, and then press transition at the top, and it'll change, and that's what goes to live. Don't know how this happened. Now there's 2 of me.
Well. Oh. Interesting.
Yep. If anyone can figure out what that setting is called and how to fix it, I would love that. Did you say this?
No. Questions? You have questions? Hooray! What are your questions?
I was opening Streamlabs to see if I could help you.
Oh, hi! I found it. It's studio mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I just googled how to exit studio mode. Like I found some people on Reddit doing the exact same thing, being like, how do I leave this thing? But I hadn't.
There's a little button. It's on the left panel. There's a whole bunch of buttons that I've never touched, and I just clicked one of them.
A different one.
Yep. Oh, there's a button that I can just make highlights from. Ain't that neat?
Wow.
There's also a layout editor. Shit, actually, the layout editor would be really nice because there's a lot of shit I don't care about. Anyway.
I did say it this time.
Yes.
I want to know if you were there at the scene of the murder of Metis Sykes. It was 7 years ago, on the 7th of October, around 2 p.m. in the robotics lab.
Certainly. One moment. Searching data. Search complete. Yes, I was there in the robotics lab.
And yes, I watched a woman die.
I was there.
It would seem this robot's testimony is necessary to this case after all.
This is great. I just knew Ponko must have seen something important.
A murder committed right before this poor little girl's eyes. It's inexcusable.
You're so right. You're so based.
The judge seems ready to adopt Ponko as another grandchild.
Yes.
Judge gives no shit about Athena's little girl eyes, but Ponko's needs protected.
So, little Ponko, do you think you can give us your testimony today?
Oh my gosh, yes. Talking to Ponko like a little baby.
Yeah.
As she deserves. She is a little baby.
She is little baby.
What she saw.
What I saw. I went to the robotics lab at about 2 p.m. for my regular recharge. Just as I was about to charge up, Athena came in and hugged Mommy Metis. And then Mommy Metis fell down. After that, I was recharging, so I don't know anything. After I charged up, I was cleaning the room and Mr. Simon came in.
Ooh. Okay, I was kind of hoping I could move chat over to the left side of my screen because I don't want to look all the way to the right to look at chat. I couldn't do that. Apparently chat has to stay there forever. But I was able to move the feed of notifications over to like its own kind of similar thing to chat.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see it a lot better.
Oh, yeah, that's how I have mine set up.
That's a lot nicer, honestly. Anyway.
And then an error occurred. There is no data after that point.
Well, it sounds like the defendant was, without question, at the scene. However, it doesn't appear that the witness saw the actual moment of the murder.
I disagree. This testimony shows that the defendant did indeed commit the crime.
What?
Nani?
At the end of the day, we mustn't forget that the witness is still a machine.
You're a machine.
Being a robot, its understanding and capacity to express itself are limited.
So what are you suggesting?
This witness's statements need to be interpreted. For example, the term hugged and then later fell down. Adults don't usually fall down after being hugged by a child.
They don't, but...
Yes, this witness statements are telling us is... the defendant stabbed the victim with the murder weapon during this moment.
What?
Before Miss Sykes hugged Dr. Sykes, did the two of them converse?
Yes, they did. They spoke to each other very loudly, but I don't know what they said. Athena is usually so quiet, so I was surprised.
Spoke very loudly. We can interpret this to mean... Sorry. They argued.
You can interpret this to mean that she sneezed.
That she sneezed. That's what it was. That's why Metis fell down. She sneezed really hard.
Goddamn. Big sneeze.
I see. Murder after a heated argument. And then the victim fell down. I agree that it does sound like a reasonable interpretation. However, Ponko doesn't seem to remember anything that happened after that.
When I am recharging, I go into sleep mode. But I remember everything before that. I have a very good memory.
You may as well admit defeat now, right? A cross-examination would be useless.
Stop talking about my feet. Not in public. Don't be ridiculous. A cross-examination is never useless.
Until now. Think about it. Robots don't lie.
But you are interpreting what her things mean.
The robot is both an important witness and valuable evidence at the same time.
But nevertheless, I will have my cross-examination!
I see you haven't changed. You never were one to worry about wasting time.
Wasting time.
Very well. Even if it may be a waste of time, you may proceed, Mr. Wright.
I'll show you both just how fruitful any cross-examination can be. I'll show you both how fruity I am. Interesting that she calls a lot of people by their last names. Well, she says Athena, but she says Mr. It's fine, whatever.
Mr. Simon.
No, it's because
Yeah.
of Japanese. Simon-san.
Yeah.
Simon-san, right? It's
Yeah.
It's honorifics. Mm-hmm.
Hold it!
Hugged her, huh? Which Edgeworth took to mean stabbed her with a weapon. You said the two of them were talking before Miss Sykes hugged her mother, is that right?
Yes, they were talking very loudly, but I couldn't tell what they were saying.
Couldn't tell. Even though they were speaking so loudly.
I'm only allowed to listen to voices that are directed at me.
If it listened to every voice, it would be a little better. It would be little better than a mobile eavesdropper. Tell this is like
Stares at my phone.
stares at yeah.
Well, that explains why some of Ponko's testimony is so vague.
It's a shame that our little friend wasn't listening in, however. We could have learned what they were talking about just before Dr. Sykes was killed. Now then, what happened after that?
Oh, well, that's exactly the same.
Hold it!
I don't want to delve too deeply here, but could you tell us how the victim appeared and acted in this moment?
Mommy Metis was very surprised when she was hugged. I heard her heart pound.
I heard her heart beat to the beat of the drum. Anyway.
Oh, what a
Her heart?
shame. She came here with someone.
Oh no.
Mr. Wright, have you forgotten about this document we found in the robotics lab? The robots have a heartbeat detection system.
Now that he mentions, I do remember something like that there. They detect presence of people by the sounds of their heartbeats. But wait a minute. That means Dr. Sykes really did die at this moment. Ponko, how was Dr. Sykes after she fell down? Did you still hear the sound of her heartbeat?
Let's see. The moment she fell, her heart was pounding. After that, I don't know. I started recharging just then.
Of all the unlucky timing, if you had heard anything after that, it could have possibly proved that the hug wasn't actually the moment of the murder.
I'm very sorry. I'm afraid I don't know. I'm very sorry.
The robot is designed to go into sleep mode automatically, so it can't be helped. But it does appear it detected an increased heart rate at the moment of the stabbing.
Hug.
After Mommy Metis's heart started pounding in surprise, she fell by the window. It was the round window on the workbench side of the room.
A workbench, huh? Honko must be talking about that table right to the right of where the giant robot is now. Is there something critical in Ponko's statement? Yeah, there's always something. Your Honor, I believe this statement is critical. I'd like it added to her testimony.
Very well. Ponko, could you please add that statement to your testimony? That's a good little girl.
Mommy Metis fell down near the round window on the workbench side of the room.
On the workbench, near the round window on the... Fucking hell. So annoying that... Well, that doesn't exactly help me, because the... I guess she would have said it, she fell down. Yeah, okay. That is that side of the room, it's just... Ponko, your statement may have just inspired a breakthrough.
It was helpful? Hooray! I'm so happy!
Oh, such a good bean. Just to be sure, let's go over it again, okay? The victim fell near the window on the workbench side of the room. However, her body was discovered on the operating table. But the operating table and the workbench are two different locations.
Nope.
Oh, that's the judge.
But the operating table and the workbench are two different locations.
Exactly, Your Honor. We've just learned a new crucial fact. What could explain the two very different locations of the body? I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
An 11-year-old girl couldn't have moved a heavy body of an adult. So the only explanation is that the victim walked to the operating table herself. In other words, what Ponko observed near the workbench couldn't possibly have been the moment of the murder.
Ooh, I am very relieved to hear that. I'm glad to know that the murder wasn't committed in front of little Ponko here.
Oh, was she stabbed and then Athena came in and tried to help her? And then she fell over and then dragged herself to the chair. And she bled on Athena when she was hugging her.
I mean, Athena thought that chair could heal people.
Ah! No! No!
I'm just fucking devastated.
Yes, as we just learned in the testimony, Miss Sykes hugged her mother, nothing more.
Objection!
Right. It's been 8 years, but you're still just as green as ever.
Fuck off!
Green?
He's wearing blue.
But I can't recall ever seeing Mr. Wright in anything but a blue suit.
The green was the other guy. Hey, blue's my favorite color. What'd I say? What can I say? What'd I say?
What I say?
What'd I
Except you're
say?
welcome.
Also, why it's not just been 8 years. He was doing it for at least like a year and a half before this. It was at least like 9 or 10 years, right?
I think this is the last time since they faced each other in court, is what he's trying to say.
That's fair.
Right, like it's like last time, like it's been 8 years since we did this.
Yeah.
If the defendant couldn't move the body herself, she could have had it moved for her.
Move for her, but Miss Sykes and Miss Sykes and Dr. Sykes were the only ones there.
I agree. Since this robot is equipped with a heartbeat detection system, it would have been aware of another person's presence if someone else had been there. We can therefore conclude that the defendant and the victim were the only ones present.
Then who do you suggest move the body?
Don't you know it's in the nature of a robot to help people do things?
I don't think that's true.
Miss Panko, please allow me to ask you a question.
Miss Panko.
Panko, like
Miss
panko
Panko
breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I know.
100%, yeah.
My name is Ponko! Say it with me! Ponko!
Sorry, I've been playing a lot of
I
Danganronpa. I really like that breadcrumb girl with the katana.
I have to say, I absolutely love that it's not say it with me, Ponko, but it's say it with me, Ponko. Like say it like it's the same
Yeah,
way
yeah.
over and over again.
Right.
I think it's such a good choice, Rowan. I believe you said you were cleaning after Dr. Sykes fell down. Did you happen to move something large onto the operating table?
Yes, I did! Athena asked me to!
Athena asked you to.
And what did you move, little Ponko?
I don't know. Unless something has an ID tag, I can't tell what it is.
The jacket was off.
An ID tag, you say?
Yes, a tag with a barcode on it. We robots scan them to tell us what a thing is.
That paper in the lab did mention something about that. Recognizes people by scanning their spacesuit or uniform jacket ID tag, it said.
So it would appear that Miss Panko here can't identify what it moved.
My name is Ponko!
This is in line with the classic, like, Edgeworth can't interact well with the witness, yeah.
Yeah, and with the it's even kind of a reversal of the Edgeworth can't get a witness to tell them his name, tell them their name.
Exactly,
How
yeah,
they would
yeah.
always be like, "Hey, what's your name?" and they'd go on a tangent, whatever. This time, Edgeworth's getting a witness who will just repeatedly say her name over and over and over again. He's not interested. But we humans have the power to imagine what it was, do we not?
We do?
We do.
Well, I do at the very least. Miss Panko, on the defendant's command, moved the body onto the operating table.
Hey!
My name is Ponko!
Ponko! Did you really move Dr. Sykes' body? This is really important. Is there
Dr.
any way
Sykes.
you could tell?
It isn't like you said,
I
Dr.
don't-
Sykes.
Dr.
I
Sykes?
don't know! Without an ID tag, I can't tell!
I meant to say Dr. Sykes.
I thought they could recognize us by scanning our face.
Not if you don't have a heartbeat. She was seeing it as an item, so she was looking for a barcode. If there's no heartbeat, she thinks it's an item.
Give it up, right? If the victim's heart was stopped, the robot's detection system would be useless. Furthermore, Dr. Sykes usually wore her white coat while she was working.
She was still wearing her white coat, wasn't
She was wearing the jacket has the ID tag. Her lab coat does not.
She kept the jacket with her ID tag on it draped over a chair in the robotics lab. And only wore it for special occasions.
And even then, only draped it around her shoulders.
In other
Didn't wear
words,
it.
the victim wasn't wearing her ID tag at the time. From the robot's point of view, her body was simply just another object.
Thank you, Edward.
Attention!
But Ponko is equipped with a facial recognition system. If she really did move the victim, she would have recognized the body as Dr. Sykes. We fucking just had this
Edgeworth, stop
discussion!
objectifying women.
Good job, you guys.
But she did it! So that means...
Shasta, that was funny. I did hear that. It was funny.
What did Shasta
Shasta
say?
said stop objectifying women.
Oh, yeah.
A face can easily be covered with a piece of cloth, a mask, or anything else, or anything else for that matter. With her facial features hidden, the robot wouldn't be able to tell it was Dr. Sykes.
Okay, I think I had a better answer. I think my answer was better. Robots are extremely rigid in their thinking. If they've been taught that a heartbeat means it's a person, they would look for a face. But if they don't have a face, or they don't have a heartbeat, then they're not a person, so
They
it's an
don't have a
object. So
face.
look for a barcode. He's right.
To summarize, Miss Sykes stabbed her mother near the workbench, then, using the robot, she moved the body to the table where she removed the sword and was stained in blood.
Order! But if that's the case, then I have a question. Why did the defendant move the body to the operating table in the first place?
Because she felt like it.
You want a reason? Very well.
What? You can't possibly have an explanation.
Your emotions blind you to the truth. You could learn a lot from our robot friends. Calm and rational thought will open your eyes to the truth in front of you, Mr. Wright. Now then, do you remember the operating table's one special feature?
I believe I read the robots can be assembled and disassembled there, isn't that right?
That's right. And to the defendant, who is just a child at the time, the table was like a magic box that could make robots appear or disappear in seconds.
But in the end, my mom just put her on the operating table and fixed her in a flash. I was so impressed by what my mom did. I even asked her if she would put me on the table and fix me if I ever got hurt. It looked just like magic to me what she could do.
You can't possibly be suggesting.
This young, sheltered girl had a difficult time distinguishing robots from people.
But take a look at Ponko's arm. It was Miss Sykes who bandaged it up like that.
She must have thought that machines heal in the same way that people do. What an adorable, naive mistake. Reminds me of my own grandchild.
No way. I refuse to believe it.
Miss Sykes made a childish, naive, and cruel mistake. She thought that if a robot could be dismantled and vanish without a trace,
Prosecutor Edgeworth! If you're about to claim what I think you are, I demand that you word it as delicately as you can.
with all due respect, Your Honor, all I can do is present the truth as it stands. The reason the defendant moved the victim's body to the operating table
Hold it!
No! Don't say another word. Just stop.
was to dismantle the evidence so that she could get away with her crime.
That can't be true. Phoenix, you didn't even see those other ones.
You didn't even see those other ones.
You
Funny.
weren't there for that.
You weren't there for that.
Order! Order in the court! Order in the court, I say!
Edgeworth, she was just a little kid. How can you say such a horrible thing?
Horrible? Like I said, you're just as green as ever. I came here today as a prosecutor to seek only the truth. No more, no less. My theory is simply the result of a rational consideration of every possibility.
Objection!
But dismantling isn't the only function. It can make repairs as well. It's conceivable that Miss Sykes moved her mother to the table in order to fix her.
I suppose that could be another way of interpreting it. But dismantle or repair, it doesn't matter either way.
What do you mean?
After murdering her mother, Miss Sykes may have come to her senses. Perhaps she did not want to make it appear as if it had never happened. And that's why she tried to repair her mother. Yes, that's one possible explanation.
But
we mustn't forget the facts of this case. The victim was observed to fall down after being hugged by the defendant. And the body was moved per the defendant's command.
okay. But also, Ponko is saying that she was standing out previously. So you're telling me an 11-year-old picked up a katana, stabbed her mother through the heart at an angle that did not make it extremely obvious that it was coming from below.
Tell me about it.
She crouched.
She crouched.
These two facts that indicate the defendant's guilt, remain unchanged.
This can't be true.
Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence to refute the prosecution's claim?
Evidence? Right, let's see. I can't think of any. I'm afraid I don't have any evidence.
Since becoming chief prosecutor, I've learned that the truth isn't always pretty. Now accept the truth, Mr. Wright. Your subordinate murdered her own mother. Your Honor, the prosecution demands a verdict. The hostages have suffered enough.
Was a terrible and tragic conclusion. If the defense has no counter-argument, I see no need to further prolong this trial.
Alright, sorry, Athena. Edward's argument seems solid enough, but there's no way Athena could have ever done anything like that. What do I do? There has to be something, but I can't think of a single thing. Someone's objecting. Someone without a voice. Running out of those. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind.
He doesn't have an objection, just a silence.
He has
Yeah,
a
he doesn't
silence!
object.
That's true. He doesn't hold it. It's a hold it. He
No,
doesn't.
it's silence.
Prosecutor Blackwell.
This is quite the farce you're conducting here. I could die from laughter. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about is that your argument is based on an entirely false premise.
Go on, we're listening. Could this be the miracle I need?
Anyway.
This prosecutor Blackwell tried to bully her.
7 years. For 7 long years. The case has been on my mind, not for an instant did I not think of it. I'm the one who killed my mentor, and don't think you can alter that fact now. Your boldness I will take to the stand, and I will not take no for an answer. Fucking love this song.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Of course, Prosecutor Blackwell. Please, go ahead.
7 years.
I went to the Cosmos Space Center with the intention of killing Dr. Sykes.
Oh.
But when I got to the robotics lab, I found Athena there instead.
So I killed her first.
I killed her instead. Then some sort of weird Freaky Friday shit happened, and we've sort of been living in hell ever since.
Oh, fuck.
I would not be swayed from my purpose, so I waited for Dr. Sykes to return. And then, I committed the act. Ah, how cathartic it was.
A lot of details there, thanks.
Love this testimony. It's just, I killed her. Yeah.
I killed her.
I killed her, yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally that fucking make some noise bit.
I gotta find it. We have it. Is it this one?
I killed him, yeah.
There it is.
That one.
There it is. That one.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have it in a small window, and the fucking like soundboard was covering it. I couldn't figure out how to close it. Alright. But little Ponko here witnessed the victim falling. In other words,
Objection!
I don't need any of your other words, old man. I can guess what happened.
Old man.
which would be
She fell means she fell. Merely that. A mother and
So
child moving
true.
around. Perhaps she tripped.
They were just joshing. It just happened to be that one of them was bleeding out.
Not that
It
it matters.
happens.
When I entered the lab, there was no trace of Dr. Sykes to be seen. There was no dead body either, of course, meaning she must have left the room.
So you waited for her until she came back and killed her?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
So-
I was
so
just
the-
reading it.
Oh,
the
okay.
murder occurred after the time period Ponko described in her testimony.
You should hardly take stock in the words of a wind-up toy.
Objection!
Oh.
That's rude.
Then how do you explain the fact that the defendant had the robot move something?
Edgeworth just starts Vietnamese. I was supposed to say Vietnamese.
He starts being Vietnamese.
Edward starts Vietnamese. He starts taking Duolingo because he wants to learn another language.
I
And he
was trying to
chooses
say
Vietnamese.
Edgeworth starts vehemently defending Ponko because it fits his narrative. It's like,
Yeah,
her name is Ponko and she's cool and nice.
She's cool and nice and reliable and smart. Athena was always tinkering with robots on the operating table to amuse herself. And she always had Ponko move the heavy ones for her. That day was no different. Ponko moved a heavy robot for Athena.
Yeah.
This is awful. What he's saying seems to make sense, and yes,
Objection!
Prosecutor Blackquill, are you trying, even now, to turn away from the truth?
yeah.
Don't you recognize we could bring the Dark Age of a Law to a close today?
Objection!
We won't.
You expect too much from me. I'm just a murderer, beyond redemption.
Damn.
Why don't you just let me go so I can settle down into hell?
Oh,
Shit.
good line.
Ah,
Prosecutor Blackwell's execution is tomato.
that's how they kill him? Like death by the like
Tomatoes?
Haunville style throwing tomatoes at him?
Fucking baseball machine.
Baseball. Yeah.
Pitching machine, but tomatoes.
Tomato. The truth does.
Really allergic to me. He's just really allergic to tomatoes.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck.
If the truth,
That'd be so bad, though, actually.
if the truth doesn't come out now, it's all over. I feel like that would be slow and awful.
It's more like poison in Mario Odyssey, where like he instantly touches a tomato and then dies. Like it's just immediate.
or it's like dying to lava in Minecraft.
I thought you were also going to say in Mario, and I'm like, so he jumps up in the air.
It's like the allergies of the Jumanji remake, where you just explode.
Oh,
On the spot.
I've never seen the new
It's in the
Jumanji.
remake.
It's also not a remake.
Oh, you're right. There.
It is
Reboots.
just a straight up sequel, I
They just-
think.
They just made another one.
Yeah.
Are you saying that the little girl and the robot had nothing to do with the murder?
That's right. So let's hear your verdict.
Well, okay, but what'd you do with the arm, Simon? You do have to explain what you did with the arm.
What did you do to
We don't-
Pongo?
If we don't hurry, I might miss the ferry across the sticks.
Oh, boo.
I have to swim.
Ah, fuck.
That would be horror. It's that scene from Hercules, but he's getting really old really fast.
Mhm.
I...
Don't you dare, Judge. Don't forget I have hostages over here. And Simon! How long are you going to cover for her? Miss Blackwell.
Forgive me, Aura. I never wanted you to do anything like this for me.
I didn't want to do it either, but you're a dumb idiot.
But you agreed to this trial. If you have a counter-argument, then present your evidence. That's the rule of the courtroom. Isn't that right, Chief Prosecutor? Blackwell, you selfish!
Well, to be frank, I don't like this, but it's my duty to make a decision. If no one has a counter argument, I will announce my verdict.
Is it really happening? Is it really going to end just like it did 7 years ago?
I wanted to do it so bad. Even now, I want to fly out of here and go save him.
No! I can't tell her!
I can't let her know things.
But how can I lie to Athena? If I can't prove Prosecutor Blackwell's innocence in this trial, I don't think Athena will ever forgive me.
How could I be Phoenix Wright if I tell my assistants things?
I can't let this happen. Really important things about the important people in their lives. But I just don't have the evidence to counter Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony. Okay. Who else? Who else is joining the stand? Yeah!
Yeah.
Athena! What are you? What are you? I was gonna say, who are you?
What are you?
Athena, who are you? What are you? Who do you think you are? I am.
I am.
Are you feeling okay?
I can hear it. I can hear the voice of his heart. He's hiding something.
If he really is, I could sure use Athena's help here. Her power might be just the thing to get us through this.
She didn't say Discord.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Dykes, no.
Scammed.
Scammed in 4K.
I think it's because, like, someone talked at the same time as Miles, but I did hear Dykes Kono.
Oh.
That's not what Miles said. I can't say that.
I figured he said the correct thing.
Yeah, it's the same with I heard Alex say Dr. Sex earlier, right? Like it
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
happened.
It just happens
Sex
sometimes.
from the fish case.
No need for you to chime in here. Just accept that you're innocent.
Objection!
No heart emoji.
These past 7 years been just as hard on me, you know.
Yeah.
I
Fucking
guess
asshole.
the theme of this game is people deliberately throwing themselves on the sword to save someone else.
That's why they gave him a sword.
Gave him a sword. Yeah, it was not the first trial, but
No, he threw himself on a bomb.
he threw himself on the bomb. Taro protecting Junie. The kids all defending each other. I guess she didn't do it intentionally, but Orla protecting Sasha. Orla trying to take the fall for Sasha. These past 7 years, they've been just that's Athena. That's Athena. You're saying that. You said that already.
I did
Yeah.
say that already, yes.
I'm
What are you
losing my
talking about?
mind. I'm losing my brain cells.
You remember that horrible, horrible trial?
That no good, very bad trial.
Please, you have to listen to me. He didn't kill her. His heart is screaming that he didn't do it. Didn't kill her.
He did not.
He did not.
Ah!
even now, every time I stand in a courtroom, it comes back to haunt me.
Fuck off.
I forgot how bad his haircut is.
Haunting. Not being heard, no matter how hard you try. Feeling so helpless.
That is genuinely one of my worst fears, is someone, like, just, like, a room full of people just straight up refusing to listen to anything I say.
Haunting people's stares. So scared that it feels like your chest is in a vice. I'm terrified of courtrooms. I want to run out of that door, even now.
And yet you found a way to keep your fears at bay and became a lawyer.
Thanks. That's because one day I came to realize that I had to fight. I couldn't give up. I exercised hard and I studied hard. I wanted to become the strongest lawyer I could be.
Wow, it's like two sides of the same coin between her and Aura. They lost the same person, but Aura decided that actually fuck the law. I'm taking this shit into my own hands.
I didn't do it right. I'm gonna.
I'm gonna do it correctly. So Athena's the lib in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
This day has finally come. The day I've been looking forward to with all my heart. This is why I became a lawyer. This is why I studied psychology. It was all to save you from this false conviction.
But, Miss Sykes, do you realize what it would mean? You are the accused, after all. If you prove Prosecutor Blackquill innocent, then...
It's taken 7 years for him to get to the day he's gonna die. We can just keep trading it back and forth.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is the truth. It's my duty to find out what that truth is. Simon, please, give me this chance.
I know. I realize that now that we've seen her from the front as Baby, that she always had the single ponytail. But I do kind of wish that as Baby she had two pigtails. I think that would have been very cute.
I agree.
Chance to shake off this fear that's been with me for 7 years and to face the truth.
Athena is being so brave, confronting her past like this. This might really be the last chance to save them both. Prosecutor Blackquill, please testify one more time about the incident 7 years ago. Do it, slut!
Fine. Your efforts will surely be in vain. For I am not a man who can be cut down easily. I'm like 6'3" and fucking jacked,
There we
dude.
go, Simon. Let me hear the voice of your heart.
I'm just realizing the rebar in the background is just like a low quality brush that they just kind of like. It looks like the theming of Barry's stream. It's just like a
It
poorly
looks
drawn
like
line.
the Microsoft Paint spray can.
Yes, that's yeah. Just a great way of doing that. Like they didn't need to make that detail, but it's really funny.
I went to the Cosmos Space Center with the intention of killing Dr. Sykes.
And I was real angry about it.
I was angry as all hell. When I got to the robotics lab, I found Athena there instead.
There's even more picture of that.
The fucking like the standing person emoji. Athena
Mom says
literally,
my turn on
Yeah.
the Xbox.
Mom says my turn on the Xbox.
Athena literally just standing.
Could not be swayed from my purpose, so I waited for Dr. Sykes to return.
I stood like this the entire
Just like this,
time.
I'm so happy about it.
I was doing some sword drills. It was cool
Just
as
stood
hell.
there, menacingly.
I was so happy about it.
And then I committed the act. Ah, how cathartic it was.
He was angry and then he wouldn't. Yeah, we gotta talk about this anger. Nope, apparently we don't gotta talk about this anger.
Maybe we talk about the lack of anger in the next one.
Yeah. Wait a minute, there really isn't anything
happy?
weird here. Yeah, maybe the
I mean, he was
happy.
happy
I
in the
don't
last
know,
one.
but I think maybe we made a mistake, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, fuck off.
Let's take another look. There must be an unexpected emotion here somewhere.
Yeah, there's just a lot. Like, there's a lot. Like, I mean, sometimes they
No
ask us
lot
for the lack of, and sometimes they ask us for the
Yeah, well, he is
mean,
suddenly not
angry.
angry.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
thought.
probably- Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. The happy he just gets happier and happier as he gets closer and closer to killing her, which is
Yeah.
actually kind of funny. But this would
No. Yeah, it's specifically an emotion that is there, so it's probably happiness. The happiness. Yeah. This feeling of happiness. Even though the person you were looking for wasn't there, you felt happy. Why is that?
simple. When I was looking for Athena and hadn't found her yet, I grew worried.
I do actually like his hair in the past more than I like his hair now.
You are not alone. I like his long hair because I'm horrific, but it's not. It's pretty it's pretty uncommon. It's pretty common to be like younger
Yeah.
black girl.
I think it's like if they were going for he's been in prison so he's kind of unkempt now, then his outfit should also be in a similar state of a little bit fucked.
I agree. I actually think that would have been a great touch if it was a little bit,
A
yeah,
little rumpled.
yeah,
Or-
like
or
little
if he was
little frayed
wearing,
at the
like,
edges.
the jacket over like something that actually looked like he was in prison.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
The other people we've seen who are in prison were like we saw Kristoff in prison, and Kristoff was wearing a full suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would not be consistent. Though there's Terry. Terry was wearing the full black and white stripes.
That's true. That's true. Though I don't
I
think
think
we saw-
Gavin had some
Special.
some special privileges.
Those same privileges would have been extended to a prosecutor. Absolutely. If
I
not
thought
more.
it was more Gavin particularly, not so much Gavin as a person, like a legal
that's true.
professional, but Gavin is
Yeah.
like a charismatic dude with lots of friends,
That's
like lots of like friends in high places kind of dude.
Right.
Mhm.
When I saw her in the robotics lab, I was happily relieved. Merely that.
Just
Okay.
now, you said that you went into the Space Center to kill Dr. Sykes. But the first thing you did was look for her daughter instead?
I had no intention of harming Athena, so I wanted to confirm that she was safe first. Just a part of my plan. Nothing contradictory about that.
The second I find an inconsistency, he cuts it down.
Simon knows the principles of analytical psychology. There's less noise now, but I don't see any instabilities we can latch onto.
I was afraid of that. We'll just have to keep chipping away at him, then, bit by bit. Could you update his testimony, Athena?
You got it, boss.
Oh, he gave her little pets!
When I found Athena in the robotics lab, I was relieved.
Oh, he gave her a little pet. She's still standing there, emoji.
But I would not be swayed from my purpose, so I waited for Dr. Sykes to return.
And now you were sad. Hey, that's weird.
When she
Why are
did,
you sad
I
about
plugged
murder?
Katana in.
Not even you can falsify your emotions, Prosecutor Blackwell.
What?
When you said you killed Dr. Sykes in your testimony, you felt sadness. Why would someone who had lain in wait to kill her be sad at her death?
Such an obvious attack. Yes, I felt sadness, but it wasn't for her.
It's for Athena? Yeah.
I felt sorrow for Athena and her circumstances.
Ah, he can't be talking about that, can he?
It was just a convenient subject for her research.
Dr. Sykes was so intent on her research, she forced her daughter to undergo experiments. I'm gonna do two. It was like, I forgot that was also me.
Mm-hmm.
My objective was to save Athena from an obsessive scientist who treated her own daughter like a research subject.
What?
But I went to the psychology lab first. That's where I would usually find Athena playing. But that day was different. I had someone crying in the robotics lab next door.
It was Ponko.
Was Athena being subjected to yet another experiment, I thought as I went to see. Conveniently, Athena had cried herself to sleep, so all I had to do was wait and kill.
Oh my god! So that's why he was relieved when he saw Athena. But is the story really true? I'm not sure how much to believe.
Mr. Wright?
How you doing, Athena? Still hanging in there?
I'm a lot stronger than I look, boss.
I appreciate Phoenix checking in on her.
Now, take a look at this. The noise level actually increased.
Because he bullshitted. He's a bullshit liar. It went up. Never seen it do that before.
Prosecutor Blackwell is lying somewhere in his testimony. As a matter of fact...
Yeah, usually we don't do this to people who are deliberately lying to us.
Yeah.
He's piling lie on top of lie, in an attempt to make his claim sound more believable. He's trying even harder to suppress his true feelings. That's what's causing the noise.
How in the world should I approach this? An evidence-based approach might work if I can find a contradiction. Otherwise, I should look for an inconsistency in his emotions.
There are no flaws in my testimony, and his boldness is prepared to give his verdict. Give up on this lost cause and let the law free me of these chains already.
I don't think so. Not while I'm around. Now, contradictory testimony or inconsistent emotions. Which should I tackle first? Oh boy. Well, I wish I had a log of what he exactly said. Without having to scroll way the fuck back. But... I feel like we should do his emotions, because I don't think we have... Like, the new thing is where Athena was. At the time.
I agree with emotions, because I feel like it'll give us more evidence to more
it would get him talking more, yeah. Okay, let's look for inconsistent emotions.
Got it, boss. But if you want to try looking for a contradictory statement instead, just let me know. I can easily switch over.
Oh, that was a weird cut. He was... Okay, the curl comes back.
They were crying from next door. Of course I was worried.
Shock.
I hurried over and opened the door to the robotics lab. Before I could lead Athena out of there, curse my luck, Dr. Sykes came in.
Okay, so he didn't actually add to his testimony that she had fallen asleep. Not that we have it, but we could have said Ponko's testimony of like, hey, her mom did come in. She did see her mom and hug her. Like, that is verifiable by Ponko.
Well, Blackwell's claiming all this happened after what Ponko saw.
Oh.
Like, that Ponko and Athena hugged or whatever, and then Ponko went to sleep charge. Then Dr. Sykes left and Simon showed up.
Gotcha. Angry and shocked that she came.
I refused to hand Athena over, but I had no choice but to kill my mentor.
Interesting. Why are you angry now about it? Nope, okay, never mind.
I'd be angry too there, I think.
There really isn't. Why can't I not skip through this one? Because it's a new one?
I don't know. I think maybe you're right. Let's take another look.
Okay, we already figured out, you already explained why he was sad about this. Was it that he was pissed that she came? No. So, see, the best thing about this is that we don't get penalized for this game.
The shock?
Yeah, I mean, maybe it was a shock that she came because he was waiting for her, so what's the... No. Okay.
Okay, somewhere else.
Somewhere else. I mean, I feel like it's best to start with this because we don't get penalized for it, even if we go through every single option. This makes sense that...
But should he be sad here, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Why is he not sad still? Nope. Good Christ. It was he was shocked to see Athena.
Oh, right, because he went looking for her.
Yeah. How odd. Why would you register surprise at opening the door to the lab?
All right, I'll explain if I must. What surprised me was Ponko. That toy figure attacked me.
Oh.
Dr. Sykes knew full well of my plan to rescue Athena. But she couldn't stand guard over her daughter 24 hours a day.
So Dr. Sykes said Ponko do it.
That's right. She ordered Ponko to forcibly remove me on sight. So I slashed Ponko up with the katana that was there in the lab. That rickety old puppet wasn't worthy of that fine blade.
That's right. It's happening again. There's even more noise now. How's this bitch do it?
Upon lies upon lies.
That's 100% now. What's going on here?
Whenever we find an opening, he covers it up with lies.
What's going
Never
on?
get rid of the noise at this rate.
It's pretty hard to keep telling coherent lies like that. I know where we gotta present evidence, like the fact that the katana was bloody when he cut up Ponko. So she had to be dead before he cut up Ponko.
Huge if true.
His mind and will are really as sharp as strong as a katana. Alright, what should I tackle first this time? His testimony. I think there might be an inconsistency in Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony.
Alright, let's give it a thorough check then.
Ooh, oh, we get this and then. Okay, info
With a
update.
feeling of dread, I opened the robotics door. Just then, Ponko attacked me. I retaliated by cutting it into pieces.
Rudy.
Yeah. Oh, and she bandaged Ponko up afterwards.
Objection!
Compounding lies with more lies is never the answer, Prosecutor Blackwell. Take a look at this photo.
That's the photo of the supposed moment of the murder, isn't it?
Yeah, wouldn't it be cool if the stream could see it?
How many more times must I see that which okay. How many more times must I see that which damned me for my sin?
The ironic thing is, I think this picture is actually going to be your savior right now. See the blood stain at the end of Ponko's arm where it was severed with a katana?
I hope you aren't claiming it's the robot's blood, Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I mean, they got a heart. That means they have pumping blood. No, most likely the blood was transferred there from the bloody katana.
The katana already had blood on it. So then it must have been the victim's blood.
That's right. But if that's the case, we found a glaring inconsistency.
Yeah.
You said in your testimony that you cut up Ponko, then you killed Dr. Sykes. But in spite of that, the victim's blood is already on Ponko's arm in this picture.
What? But that couldn't be.
Exactly. In order for the blood to have been transferred from the sword to Ponko's arm, the victim must have been stabbed first before the robot was slashed. In other words, Prosecutor Blackwell, your entire testimony is nothing but one giant ball of lies. I really, really like the combo of the ways of going about this, and that we get to choose which one we want to
Good.
tackle.
Cool gameplay decision, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, actually a fun challenge.
Mm-hmm. Tell the court the truth, Prosecutor Blackwell, now!
You have no idea what you're doing.
His voice. So much discord. I'm hearing not just one or two, but a bunch of rampaging emotions in there. It's hard to describe. It's like a violent whirlpool or something.
Ooh,
Phoenix Wright. You will pay for this.
I kind of missed it. Did his eyes glow?
I think so, yeah.
They did like one of those like the shine things where like you know the. Never have I been forced to reveal so much, but the rest I'll take to my grave.
Nuh-uh. Prosecutor Blackwell, you are on the witness stand. You are obliged to tell the truth. Isn't that the rule of the courtroom?
All of these complex emotions, they seem to be flowing from one source. I think whatever he really saw that day is what's causing these feelings. Worrying?
Oh.
Following the sound of crying, I opened the lab door, and then... I saw it. That terrible scene. Before I could lead Athena out of there, curse my luck, Dr. Sykes came in. I had no choice but to kill my mentor.
Okay, well this is one of those things where it's just kind of weird. This is probably the robotics lab. No? The root cause of all these emotions is this. Okay.
I'm actually not doing any particular big reading there.
Guess that's not it then. Could have caused Blackwell to react to all these. Okay, it's probably Athena. I just figured this because the body was already there. Yeah, she's probably covered in blood, honestly. When you opened the door and saw Athena, you became overwhelmed by your emotions. Isn't that right, Prosecutor?
Ugh, you should know better. And though it's pathetic, I admit that I'm terrified to speak of it.
Oh, you Blackwell, Miss Sykes is innocent. I will always believe that with all my heart. Now, can't you find it within yourself to believe in me too? Oh.
Athena is innocent, huh? Can you honestly say you believe that to be true? Right, dunno.
Some of the transitions between the sprites are not very smooth. Like, this one was the exact same as his keeping his eyes closed, but that when he opened his eyes, they did not have the animation of him opening his eyes. He just was swapped with the one with his eyes open.
Yeah.
I give you my word. Now tell me what you really saw when you opened that door. Saw her already dead.
That's you, Phoenix Wright.
You see him girl. He just assumed. This is Emma and Lana all over again.
It was a tragedy. One I'll never forget. When I arrived at the lab, Dr. Sykes was already dead.
But nobody came.
She was lying on the operating table, while the bloody katana lay on the floor. And standing between the two, covered in blood, was Athena.
This is very scary. Her blank
This is my game
expression.
got an M rating.
Oh my god.
She smiled with a far-off look in her eyes as she sweetly said,
Oh, okay. I have to actually press it.
"Something's wrong with Mom, so I'm taking her apart to fix her."
Ooh.
If someone wants to do that voice in Athena's voice also, that's if you also want to read that.
Something's wrong with Mom, so I'm taking her apart to fix her.
That's what I saw. And now you have it. The truth you so desperately wanted.
I mean, like, even in this situation, Simon's not guilty of murder. He is guilty of tampering with evidence. Oh,
Guilty of perjury.
oh no! Perjury!
Oh no, not perjury.
No. Prosecutor Blackwell finally tells the truth, and this is what it is? It's beyond devastating.
I tried to take my mother apart.
This is some Danganronpa shit.
A little bit, yeah.
I.
Oh boy.
No! No! No, no, no! So it was me. I'm the one who killed my mother.
Athena!
As I said, right, the truth isn't always pretty. Murder, disassembly on an operating table, a scientist using her daughter as a guinea pig. Sadly, it appears that my theory was correct after all.
Objection!
It's true that Athena didn't like her mother's research, but you dare cast aspersion on my mentor claiming Athena was used in such a manner. Dr. Sykes could be awkward with people, but she loved her daughter with all her heart.
She loved me.
Your mother hated to see you suffer because you could hear the voices in people's hearts. She wanted to set you free of your pain, so she worked tirelessly on her research. Do you remember those headphones you hated so much?
Yes, my head hurt every time I wore them.
No, Athena. It's just the opposite. They emitted sound waves to nullify emotional input from the voices of people around you. Your power was much stronger then than it is now. And those headphones were what enabled you to carry on with everyday life.
No, it can't be true. Then, why would I have done something like that to somebody who loved me so much?
Her love for you was real. That I can guarantee. That's why I knew that what happened had to be some kind of mistake. I couldn't let you be punished for it. So you took the blame yourself. You and your mentor are more alike than you know. Bonko was a witness, so I put it in the case, held Athena close, and vacated the lab. I threw Ponko away in the boarding lounge trash chute. And I hid the case on the Space Center grounds.
It would seem that we now have all the facts of this case.
Hold it!
No! Not yet! It can't end like this!
Objection!
It's 9 o'clock, Phoenix.
It can't be over, but it
Do not
must.
disgrace yourself, Mr. Wright. The truth has been revealed.
It just doesn't feel like a good
Wrong.
time to stop right now. Like, it really feels like a bad time, actually.
I mean, it actually is not. I think, like, we did just get, like, a big sort of moment.
Right, I'm expecting a, like, another, like, but wait! And that's what would... Just ending
this
on, but Athena killed her mom.
I think this is actually like a really good place to stop.
Yeah, Okay, there's no like the end of chapter thing
This is like when
this is usually
when it
fucking
fades to
remember.
black before an intermission. Like
Yeah.
it's like oh fuck, you know.
usually. That's what I was either expecting that or like Apollo kicks in the door and he's like, I got other things, and then we would stop. But I don't know, it just feels like a weird spot, but okay.
I can go look at the transcript real quick.
Uh-huh.
Fuck are we?
The sunglasses really do completely change the vibe of your look.
What what do you think it is now? But I'm trying to hide
I don't
something?
know. It feels very different with your sunglasses on for some reason.
It's the same energy I had in those pictures from the senior party when I was drunk
Drunk
off
on the
my ass.
Yeah.
And I just had sunglasses and I was just kind of putting them everywhere.
Well, there's that photo I have of you drunk in the living room of the building you guys were living in our senior year.
Yes, yeah.
Glasses upside down.
Yes, I have the glasses on upside down. I think there's also one with me having my hoodie on, but like the hood was covering my face and I just had the sunglasses on over the hoodie.
Yeah, I know that one too.
Turn it back. Okay, we can go on a little bit and then
Okay, cool.
like
There's a shift of some sort.
yes.
Did you say this, Miles?
Are you the type of man to turn your back to things that disagree with you?
I'm not. But this... I can't give up now. I have to say something, anything, even if it's a bluff.
Turn my back to you, Edrith. We disagree all the time.
But I always managed to pull through that way in the past. I have to make it work. The defense is prepared to present evidence.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Athena?
it's okay. You can stop now. I don't want you or anyone else to suffer any longer for my sake.
Athena, what are you saying?
I killed my mother. That's the truth. It's just like Prosecutor Edgeworth said. You have to face it, no matter how much it hurts. I admit my guilt. With my hand on my hip, because they didn't want to give me another month. But could I please be granted just one chance to tell everyone what I recall?
It appears Miss Sykes is much braver than you, Mr. Wright. What say you, Your Honor? In light of her courage, will the court give Miss Sykes this opportunity to confess?
Very well. Then, if you would, please take the stand, Miss Sykes.
There you go.
This is that's good
There you go.
there it is.
Alright. Oh, the zoom in. Oh! Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my lord.
Did you? Okay. Did you say there?
Yeah, I always forget that it, like, makes me double save because yeah. Jesus Christ. Okay. Well.
Well,
We are not cross-examining Blackwell anymore. At least Athena has given us a chance to contradict her shit. Because there's still just truly no way little Athena just went right into her mom's tit to kill her. Like,
And then put her on the table.
yeah. And I don't think, like,
Because
they really are like, and Aura was not here that day. She just wasn't working. Like, also, why would she go through all of this? Like, I don't think Aura killed her either. I'm on the Clay train. I think that's wild, but I would not put it past this game to be like, yeah, that teenager who just really likes space, he was a Russian operative.
He fell in with Apollo by lying about his dead parent. His mom's actually alive. We found her. We have her here in court today. She's fine.
This is the long con for the very start. Become friends with Apollo. I don't know how that's connected to be interested in space, but it is there somewhere.
I'm imagining like Saltburn, but somehow more fucked up now.
Saltburn, if he was also a Russian operative on the
Saltburn,
side.
but he committed like even harder to the bit.
I have to be so into space that I become an operative for another country. Oh Christ. Okay. Anyway, on Sunday, I'm playing Silent Hill on Ron's channel. We're playing Silent Hill. I am but a proxy from which comedy flows in spooky games. On Monday, Echoes of Wisdom. Maybe they'll say mouthfeel again. On Tuesday, Satisfactory. And then on Friday, maybe we'll finish this? We'll get close, I feel. If we don't finish it, we'll get close. Perhaps. I have a hard time believing that there's enough, like, granted, there is a whole other murder we need to solve, but I feel like usually in these cases, the other murder we need to solve is usually kind of revealed through the past murder. So it's more than likely this is the last trial segment. I mean, there might be like another. I mean, this court trial is the last thing we're going to do. There is not going to be a real trial after that because it is presumed that whatever happens after is the real trial. But it just kind of goes to the guilty verdict because everyone was here and witnessing someone admit murder. You know, that kind of thing.
Well, we don't see anyone admitting murder if it was Clay.
Yeah, well, I think we'll have. I don't know why Aura would have stabbed him, but like he's literally like. I still don't know how Aura killed Clay or why, but I do think that's what she did. The only thing I can think of is that she killed Clay in order to get this trial because she has thought that Athena did it this whole time.
She stole her lighter, went to do this, and then.
Yeah, and then framed her a little bit so she could go through all of this nonsense. The hostage thing doesn't feel very well planned out, but potentially the other stuff is. Anyway, we're leaving.
Goodbye.
Bye.